and I'm really excited to see how Macho will handle it here.
High maintenance for Macho indeed on this one, but we got the run-up throw, the audacity. Look at the hand that we've been dealt. We have a few good cards on the table. An overhead to boot alongside with the DP. There's our immediate burst there. Over does connect, let's jump away. We do have a bullet shot, and already looking at about 50%. Damn! Charlotte with the overhead block like that. All right, watch out, Macho. You might be in trouble.
Super catching the 6P recovery there, leading to a post wall break. Hard knockdown situation. 50 tension on the board. Charlotte not in a situation we want to be in. Scary. Nice block on the overhead though.
I can't hold my Charlotte's block. 2 for 2 overhead, right? Or actually 3 for 2 because the first one did connect. There it is. And just locked in position here as we continue to send these cubes. A whole new method of Dungeon Dice sponsors out here as we get tap dust opened up. Charlotte not going to block that overhead.
He's finding some ground here. We have some pretty good spells. We're switching test cases. We have mana regen available. Macho is almost set up. And Charlotte slowly edges her way inwards, sending the birds, keeping them into the corner. Macho's teleport finds our way back in.
Set up here, a couple waves. Chipping away the wild assault with a quick scry.
Oh my goodness. Is that a Kara into the super? Wait a minute. I haven't seen that one before. But the pressure is non-stop. 6H finds its mark. Got spells on board. Tapped us once again. Leader to confirm behind it. And Macho showing us that matchups aren't everything. Like, it's not everything that you might think it is on paper, right? Because Charlotte didn't really have the chance to get started. We just talked about all the tools that Potemkin has to combat the non-stop spells, but we didn't get to see Charlotte use a single one of those.
Yeah, I mean, we have one moment of breathing room there just to go for the slide head, and then that was it. I feel like you just set your own demise once you started laying down for Asuka. Like, great, that's more cards you can throw out on the field here. Let's go to this game number 2. Macho, no, restart the match. That was a cheating hand. Explosion had already restocked with plenty of bullets in the chamber.
Nice burst immediately. Macho want to maintain the lead they have started.
Wow. There's got to be nothing more demoralizing than I flicked the projectile, but it was rendered immediately useless because of the following projectile. 6P. Hold on to this cube. This looks like a disaster. This does not look like a good game plan here from Potemkin. We thought we had hope, opportunity. We're blocking bursts out here. Macho!
Oh my goodness, the burst bait was massive. Running up with a throw, trying to end it off with just a smooth fashion. But we're just gonna settle down for hitting some spells. Heat tackle does not find its mark. Using the meter to put to Miss Charlotte full screen once again, and we get clipped. This has to be so hard.
The warning sign was the drift backwards. As soon as heat tackle came up, Macho with the backwards drift, it's over. You had to cancel, abort mission, go back to character select at this point. I don't know what to tell you, Charlotte. The tools are just not there. Okay. Floating away here. Finally getting an opportunity. Flick. Close the gap. Finally a pop buster. And all it takes is one opportunity coming in. That's all that we need.
Wall break, taking a little bit more of that mana. We still have 100 tension available if we choose to use it on a YRC or a PRC to try to catch something there. Charlotte has 100 tension. Nice blocks on the 6H. We are full screen once again. 2 teleports available. Oof.
Oh! No! You missed it! Charlotte!
Okay.
Oh my god.
We recovered. Miss Charlotte recovered with the 6K, catching the backdash there. Super scary. Don't do that to me again, please, Charlotte.
That could have been a disaster. And again, Charlotte still able to block these overheads. Easy peasy. Except for the dust overheads. That one, a little tricky. Nice knockdown. Garuda got the guard crush. covering the jump out attempt here. We've not established we're going for Pop Buster yet. That's the threat that we want to build up before we try to cover jumps. Slide head. Fall break. No challenge though for Macho, who's biding their time. Recharge. We do succeed here. A couple test case changes.
Going for safe pressure rather than anything risky. Ooh, scary master from Charlotte. The beat. Oh my gosh, the blue wild assault.
Yeah, has to steal back as many turns as we can, because if we get caught with another touch here, it's a wrap. There is no health there. Escaping with the Heavenly Pot Buster. Flick away, and you can't block because you have no health. Charlotte succeeds in surviving a game against Macho.
I'm at a loss for words. That was amazing play on both ends. You know the kind of discipline you need to be hit with all that stuff and still have the mental fortitude to block those overheads?
You need to be a grappler. You're used to this. If you're a grappler,
okay.
This is nothing new for you. You're like, yeah, I get bullied a lot. But boy, when I get that one hit, when I get that one Pop Buster, whew, the world. Good back dash away. Quick 5 Ps here, denies the projectiles, finally connecting. That is like the second overhead that has ever connected against Charlotte. Out of cards, chat, out of cards. This is the tap.
Nice burst over here from Macho. We have... Oh my god, we have a bunch of really good spells. Not a ton of mana on the back end, but we got our auto refill and we are going into our shuffle super. Oh my goodness, restocking ourselves on these cards to get exactly what we want. How long are we gonna be up there for?
Just the heat tackle. Well, I'll do anything to knock down Asuka. That's
desperation slipping through a little bit over here on Charlotte's end, but Macho still holding strong. Looking for a whip punish there. What?
Wild assault and the card crush. 6B. Nice opportunity here from Macho. Yo, and again, there it is, the tap, the one overhead that will connect.
Post wall break, getting ourselves some of those resources back. Charlotte once again having 50 tension on the back burner. Macho, yeah, likely gonna refill some of those spells.
Have fun. Flick. Yeah. It's over for you. It's a typhoon of cube.
Oh my gosh, Bridget Metron on the back burner. We got 3 of them in a row. It's not gonna matter.
No. That was insane. The I've had enough and just flies at you. Human torpedo.
It's just really funny to see. Oh my goodness.
It's just through all the cubes as well. I imagine that from a first person's perspective. I need someone to do that. I've seen a lot of the videos of taking the mix and Dragon Ball Fighters and watching those combos happen to you from first person. I need POV of a heat tackle coming at you. That's what Asuka throwing cubes, and then suddenly Potemkin comes crashing through all of them.
I think what kills me is how slow Potemkin goes through all of them, right? Because all the hits stop.
Look at the card crush. Oh my god. Hey! God. Stop! You can't keep card crushing Potemkin!
That's the thing. You give it back. Teleports our way in with the Terra Metron. More card crush. Charlotte trying to get the burst out. There it is once again. Wait, what a second. Wait, what was that? Was that a second bit? The swinging of the spells was killing me.
Hard knockdown. Look, this is hilarious for me to watch, but it's not hilarious to watch Charlotte go through this absolutely devastating match.
This is like one of those things where you realize there's another human being that's suffering through this, and it gets less funny afterwards, but right now, I'm enjoying it.
Macho just out here. Oh my god!
Oh my god. Pulling out the jump with a heat dunk immediately. Completely different pace from what we've seen so far. Macho's back is to the corner. No! Oh my gosh! With punish with the 5H, getting the burst out from Macho immediately. Resources are running a little thin. Not enough for a super. But the double teleport will get called out there from Charlotte. Now you know.
Simple with the 5P, but the back throw. Macho will take charge now. Up here. In. To get the shatter. No super though. I mean, hey, that's a boon for Charlotte. Oh no, it's not a boon anymore. He tackled! Oh my god, the combos?
Yeah, what? Combos. I was so scared that second 5K was gonna whip. Charlotte knows her character better than I do.
That was insane. Charlotte wins on principle from that combo alone. Like this is her game. Shots though, hold on to the cube wave. Trying to 5P it most likely. Quite a bit. Mistimed this one.
Nice. Priest to get the restand, allowing yourself to get the wall break. Macho trying to get some of that burst gauge back. Really trying to build up too full here on the tension. So we can get this super off. Once again.
I'm out of here. Had enough. No.
I want to deal with this.
I thought his pop-ups were coming in for sure. The way we wiggled around that way, Charlotte.
Oh!
He tackle, finish the job. I told you it was Charlotte's game. Almost certain.
Off of principle, it's like the universe willed it.
Daisuke is watching right now. That combo was too sick. Buff her game right now.
Yep, right now.
Sir, we can't interfere. Shut up. Yeah. Just buff her game.
But Charlotte bringing it back 2-2, another game 5 so early on in the tournament. And in this matchup, which we saw Macho was dominating pretty early on, but seems like heat tackle might just be the answer. But Macho seems to be, a little in their head with all the spells, with all the guard push. Leave one little opportunity, and Charlotte will heat tackle out. It's gonna happen.
Once Charlotte gets tired of it, that's looking low. We still got it. Okay. Great shatter, great start from Macho. It costs about 50% of our burst gauge here. A little dicey with some guard crush with 6B. Yep, I thought so. That moment of pause was actually so beautiful from Macho here to go for that quick draw. React with the next moment on the table. The heat tackle's coming through.
Oh, there's another one for us. Counter hit as well. More wall carry. Do have 50 tension. Nice usage of the PRC there to try to stop our recovery. Unfortunately, the second bit shift Metron. Well, I'm not sure what button that might have been.
I feel like 5P, because it's been so awkward for trying to interrupt or on his cubes on the 5P. Flick, but there it is. Usually was able to get away with some of the mashing of 5B. Great flick opportunity here. Such a great wall of just stopping.
Putting up another wall. All of this blocks on your mid Charlotte, not using any of the tension to FD, using the help as a resource at this pool. Looks like it's connect. Oh, that pulls out of the corner.
Reach for slide head. It's been great though. We blocked these cubes. Yeah, they're doing some chip damage, but it could be far worse. But at this point, we're gonna have to fight back the first Gigantor we've seen. Nice, still maintaining that corner. Smart swap here from Charlotte. This time, slide head. What is 6B?
Wow. Oh, we dropped the combo, unfortunately. Oh, Macho's gonna pick it up. Are we gonna wall break? We don't, but the 5D, the tap does is gonna find its mark. Macho
to the arena, gonna get that Testament play up against Neptunest in the Jacko.
Testament versus Jacko. Something we haven't seen in a while here. iDom, also a player we haven't seen in a while though, gets the crow off immediately. Stay is applied. Now Tempest suddenly on the back burner here. using our burst immediately and try and stop iDom from starting some pressure. We have to keep going here. That's the matchup.
Yeah, I really love the fact that, oh my god, that we took to the skies to go for minion toss here, but dude, that far slash gonna connect here. Chat, it's looking devastating right now. And this is the thing, right? Relentless pressure, got that dash cancel here. We're gonna add succubus play to keep this going. That's all about keeping the blocks up, building up this risk, which is a little bit different nowadays.
Huge damage on that combo. I wasn't sure if it was gonna kill, but iDom out here with the optimals. Nice whip punish on the 2D. Unfortunately, WildAssault does not combo there. We still find our mark, we still get our hit, and we still have staying state applied here. Neptunest in a very sticky situation.
Launcher, Red RC to extend a bit more. Potentially try to see, there's the burst. I guarantee that's what that first Red RC was for. Just, I need you to burst, please. Here and now, Neptunest. I know you have to. And the second one, it sucks. You have to spend 100 tensions for that. It's going to be a while to pick that up.
Elysium driver cashing out with a lot of damage here. Testament, iDom, barely any health on the table. Still finding our way in, and we're going to Elysium driver once again. Surely this kills this time. Okay, I might have been wrong the first time. No way that one didn't kill, but Neptunest.
The difference is you don't have Millia on the screen. You have Jack.
That's true.
So this is actually
no burst on the table. We got minions. I like the defense commander, but Neptunest wasn't ready for the Arbiter.
Nice minion toss. It denies the linear movement, but because we have the teleport available, iDom's still able to close the gap. With that 6B, it's still such a great button, despite it being nerfed in this iteration of the game. Ooh, shields up.
Running up, super jump, air dash, DRC creating some space. I like the way that iDom is playing here, just opting into playing that mid-range long zoner game that Testament is pretty known for. They can go into that place as we see it once again.
Good stand block, but on the opposite side of the coin, Neptunest being very active on offense and defense here by setting up minions. As soon as iDom goes away, that was insane. The fact that you called out that teleport right there, Neptunest, was wild. But I guess our great hint throughout that game was literally how quick Neptunest was able to make decisions throughout this entire round. Again, just being able to capitalize on the fact that if iDom decides to go for teleport, I have a minion right next to me to send over there to deny Arbiter setup or even deny a stain attempt, right? So you still have many layered options despite not being close enough to do some bigger combos against that. We'll see if that comes into play here again for Neptunest, where iDom tries to chase things down. Far slash
Burst out from Neptunest pretty early on. Defense command also finds its spark, leading to a nice little bit of damage.
Approach here, got the 5P anti-air, immediate burst.
That's why I'm trying to kill some time to regain some of that minion meter, but iDom not giving Neptunest a chance to even get started as we send out the super here. Now you gotta block the mix-up that comes up afterwards. And the mix-up was no mix. We're keeping pressure.
Oh no! That 2S was lingering out there.
Oh, we're backlashing immediately. There was such a scary spot, but it works out in iDom's favor. And Neptunest doesn't quite kill, but we're gonna run up and throw a nice little reset there. I really like the opportunities the Neptunest is creating for themselves, right? Putting iDom in sticky situations here. Even if you have no minion, you're still GSing forward, strike, and throw. Forward seems to be rewarding.
Quick, just to react, right after the teleport happened, just cover that ground here with that quick 2K, just in case if iDom lands right on top of it there. Stain state extension here, jump back, does get the big counter hit, denies the burst.
Way more than enough damage, yeah. Huge chunk gone immediately with the perfect iDom. Dropping back pretty hard here.
I was not ready for that.
But Neptunest is ready for iDom to mash. Look at this damage we're gonna get with the wall break attached to this super. Okay, not as much damage as I thought, but it was a skill starter to be fair.
It does hurt, though. It does hurt. You got your hard knockdown. Finally getting some breathing room with a couple 2Ps. And here it is. Already denying that forward space with the minions up here. Shield was right on top just in case if iDom decided to try to send out. Stain right on top of that here would have blocked it out. Counter hit. Side swap. Media burst for iDom. Wants to make sure we can try and succeed this round. He had 100 tension, but got caught low. The 2D gets us all.
Dang, I really like the 2K attempts there, the preemptive 2K attempts there from iDom to try to catch specifically that. But unfortunately, Tempest, or Neptunest, I'm sorry, kept going with the whip punish on a 2K. Whip punishing a K button is crazy in itself.
It is insane, right? But some of that is from one, you're covering a lot of options from like your minion tosses, right? That forward advancing from 2D to chase things down. Like the way that Neptunest has just been acting. Fuck God, I can't believe that actually happened. Wait, that power slash was I missed it. I think it was blocked.
Good blocks there. Oh, catching the back dash with an XL RP sign.
The back throw, red RC to get the lift off.
Crota applying state here, post wall break situation. Ooh, and that close, did that cross up?
There's a little bit of missed timing there on that close slash, unfortunately. This is the IB guard crush off the wild assault. Ooh, look at that 2K, but too far for the 2D.
Deleting the minions from the screen, applying stain plate once again. Nice IBs there. Very pivotal to escaping Tesla's pressure. We're gonna run up and iDom, no fear in the heart, tossing down the Grave Reapers.
Over here. Enough to at least get a hard knockdown. One more interaction. This is a great lead to go into this game to try to stop the momentum that Neptunest has with this 2-0 lead.
Yeah, I think that might have been a little bit of chip damage what sealed the deal for that round, but iDom, that round went pretty quick, I should say. I think iDom might have found the footing that they needed just to clap back the weaknesses in Neptunest's game plan, but we're gonna have to see this in this next game.
Yeah, it seems like it is an overwhelming matchup here for Testament alone, right? Because of how many things are on the field that he's supposed to worry about in terms of minion play. It's a little bit different here. We had that shield approach, and again, he's constantly carrying the minions forwards. That iDom just has to hold this pressure and then stagger into 2D. Get that big counter hit so it opens up the immediate burst.
Teleporting in. Wow! The command actually stalled our air momentum, so we didn't get anti-air. Nice block on the fuzzy there.
Actually insane right there. Neptunest gonna get tossed. OGG with the stain applied here. 6P. There's no burst to worry about, so we extend with the stain state. A little bit of teleport action.
Neptunest opting to just run in, guns in hand, and iDom is ready to just shut it down with all the stain state application we have going on here. And the K buttons we're throwing out as we see right there. Said K button, stop the approach.
Feel as though in that last interaction before getting into this round, Neptunest is trying to get within that 2D range, but iDom was so quick to get those slashes here. Guard crush. I got opened up by that dust there.
Does have some burst gauge available if we choose to want to use it on Wild Assault. Tension as well.
He's trying to chip away here with these quick Grave Reapers. Does open things up to close slash. Got the teleports into tap. There's a burst here. We send it this time. We're not trying to bait out these bursts. One final touch. The Grave Reaper's already on the way, but the 6B brilliant play. The 2D opening for Neptunest. Not enough meter to finish the job.
We're opting to break the wall here, setting ourselves into a neutral situation. Oh. BRC slowed down a little more than enough to make sure that Neptunest does not get their button out on time. iDom bringing it back. It's 2-2 now.
could have been the startup of a 2D right there. Jeez, but still very quick to shut it down with that immediate 2K. Just quick enough with that RC, like you said.
Definitely some good stuff. I'm liking the adaptations we're seeing here from iDom. Using roaming cancels a little more. We've seen it twice there in the round starts, or post wall break situation, I should say. To really secure ourselves a lead.
This approach here, just a quick 5P to shut down a minion. Threw us into heavy there, just to back off. A little breathing room. Excellent jump arc there from iDom. Arbiter side connection. Still got the conversion with RedRC.
Bar flash connects, and Stain State does pop, catches low, and the Stain State will secure the deal there. You know, the final round potentially here for iDom.
Right off rip here. There's plenty of time to build up another bar. Should we need it? I can't believe that 6P with the two whole objects, a minion and some Jacko's defenses.
Huge bait on the burst there from iDom. We still have positive bonuses. It's really rewarding for us if we choose to get a hit, cash out on the hits with said meter.
2K2D. Nice. The RedRC extension has meter. It's going to be fairly mitigated because we started with so much.
Damage is not enough to kill, but the Stain State is there. One mix. Whoa! What was that? On the first game of the night, though, Kurenai versus Fresh, Eno versus Millia, a mix-up heavy set. I cannot wait.
We'll see how this plays out again. Ooh, what a 5P start out. A little scrambly there, though, with the strokes. Not going to keep things grounded against Fresh. Got the dive kick coming in, though.
Confirming into the HCL, taking the burst over here from Fresh. Nice interruption there on the aerial approach. 2K stuff in the HCL once again, but Kurenai finds our way in.
Throw. Yo, the left right. I definitely wouldn't have blocked that one here. The 6H to finish the job. Nice start here for Kurenai.
Backdash and regaining some of that space that actually surprisingly likes, right? Because we have HCL, we have a bunch of tools in neutral to actually approach. Both players whiffing the throw there.
Love here. Nice, got another stroke. Very risky though, because no throw range there for Fresh. It's a little bit startup on that 6B. Challenge up the close slash here. Opposite side for the cross up this time around. Same side again. We're not able to block this one.
The blocks on the mix-up. Both these players playing neutral. The dive kick whiffs. Unfortunately, danger on both sides as well as we get a JK confirmed into a nice little reset, setting up the disc once again. Fresh playing pretty freshly here, taking the round.
Absolutely. The chase down was pivotal to that victory there, too. Honestly, he had a good, solid life lead anyways, but you want to make sure you go for that final kill. Quite the throw. Very fortunate here for Fresh. Keep this pressure going. Good jump. Still locked in this corner.
Mix-up is the overhead charge, just not spending it on the super, trying to save our tension for the post wall break scenario. We have positive bonus on our side here. Use it to cash out on a hit.
Wow, actually following up the stroke after the guard cancel coming out here. The deflect shield gonna work this time, but as Author's going for these back dashes here, it's fair for Fresh to go for that 6P. There's no room for escape for Kurenai. And one final touch is all that Fresh needs with that Lush Shaker. RedRC stroke again.
Stroke once again, counter hit this time. We have some meter for a devious mix-up if we choose to do it that way, but there it is! Oh my gosh, opening up the first game with the Megalomania. Does a lot of damage, but is it going to be enough? It is! Kurenai taking the first game in such a dominating fashion there, and in such a swaggy way too. Gotta see, pretty fitting for the character.
It's such a brilliant call out there for Kurenai, though. We've been tossed so many times here from Fresh after one slight air dash delay interaction here where Fresh is just ready to pull the trigger on throw. This is the one time where certainly Kurenai would get away with that dash into the super anyways, because it gets that throw opportunity that Fresh has been looking for. And I'm looking for that Pebbly Pirate out here with a $100 contribution to that match, Reno, getting us a third of the way there to that top 4 payout. Thank you so very much for that one.
Super huge, as was that burst trying to get in once away. Whoa, I think that was the 6H catching behind, but gets the burst from Kurenai as well. Throw finding its mark, and we're 6-ping into the back throw. Now the situation has been reversed.
This time around, really trying to hold out for this FD. Nice, got our JP. He still go for dash, but does get the pickup that we're looking for. Tries to clean up the mess here with the throw. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised we got a little bit of a ground bounce there to combo to that JH. Taking the ground, very convincing. We're starting off this.
Trying to fish for those anti-airs off the 6B though, but this time around we have a little bit of room. Big swing, and that's gonna go kaboom. Got that counter hit to come up here. A little bit of El Kabong action out here from Eno. You kidding me?
Big on the throws there, and big donation from Mika-chan Typhoon with $1.69. We appreciate the contribution. Just inching closer as Fresh is inching closer to this win here. And as we take the corner once again, Kurenai fighting for their lives to try and get out, but we're gonna get caught out.
Look at the winger right there. Big shatter.
Little hard knockdown. We have positive bonus, and the JH will catch some sort of attempt in the air to press a button. Kurenai tying it up and around, though we are tied up in
first. It's been interesting how much of an aerial presence both players have had here. Of course, that unique dash coming from Eno, kind of forcing that situation here. But I'm surprised how on top Kurenai has been for so much of the set until right now. We're Fresh, opening time and time again, empty air dash to go for the throw.
So I got PRC try and mix up there, going for a left-right via the Mirage and using the hair card to maybe try to pick us up, or the disc.
See the stroke. We've been kind of relying on this a little bit too much here. But then again, Fresh hasn't really challenged it whatsoever. Some of the longer stroke startup here to not catch a throw off the interactions whatsoever. YRC, minute.
Ooh, nice angle by the note there to actually catch out the jump from Fresh. Kurenai playing like our life depends on it, and it may very well depend on it, how this situation goes.
Bridget here. Still not going to connect the Lush Shaker, and denying, right? You called out the angle on those notes. We are denying the aerial route, but both in danger. Does get the heavy swing. Carries for corner. This is last-ditch effort, but see, look, if we learned anything for that first game, it's that Fresh is always pulling the trigger on throw. I guarantee Fresh is a pad player, because literally you have throw binded to a trigger.
If I'm Fresh, I'm going to keep doing it, right? It seems to be working in these very high tense situations where Kurenai is seeming to choose between going the high or the low, or it might just be late on the dash. So Fresh is just getting away with all these back throws, and well, as we saw here, led to a pretty big win.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
To this game number 3, one apiece for both players. Nice. Does get Capel connection here, and same side. That's been the mixed potential here, where Kurenai's kind of fallen for not quite being able to accurately anti-air some of these approaches from Fresh, which is always tricky for Millia, though. Bridget, big jump in.
I like how slow they're playing here in the neutral, and I like how the JKs are connecting, and I like how Fresh is converting off of them into every single mix-up situation that we put them in afterwards.
Big cross-up, though. This is the far. That opens up for a full follow-up here for Kurenai with that close counter hit. Final interaction goes for that Psycho Crusher, but not going to connect. The Capel will stop you dead in your tracks here. PRC, and we try to steal it back with PRC of our own, but the quick throw.
They're going into the next round, immediately starting it off strong with the aerial approach once again. JH not really finding its mark, but the throw will this time. We choose to go high, but Kurenai, all reliable, uses the deflect shield. Trying to get out of this mix-up, but it wasn't enough. Sitting onto our meter for this pulse wall break situation, getting some of our resources back. Now, Fresh is such a good spot. We cashed out here into our super, surely to get the kill. Never mind.
Kick Millia super. It ain't over. Chemical Love counter hit, but it's a tall order here for Kurenai to close it out. Same story as the last game here. See if we can still succeed, because honestly it came down to the wire in that first game. Fresh catching with the Capel.
I like the way that Capel is actually starting to catch Kurenai, and JK once again finding its mark. Try to go for it a little preemptively that time. Will get a huge counter hit, encouraging Kurenai to burst pretty early on into this round. Might be a very pivotal decision that could lead to their downfall.
It's starting to seem a little panicky here off these strokes, right? You're just trying to control the ground game, which is essentially non-existent for Millia here. As often as Fresh takes to the skies, it's leaving Kurenai pretty vulnerable. The side swap with the fastball, quickly opening things up against Kurenai.
One more mix-up is on the table. Deflect shields once again. BRC right back at you. We're just gonna end it off in the Lush Shaker. End it off save. 6P into the overhead. So we're gonna break the wall here. Kurenai thinking we can win if we just get a little bit more tension here to force it on the mix-up.
Whoa! The most fortunate interaction for Fresh to have right there. To not get caught by that 6H is insane.
I didn't even know I had a dead zone.
I think it was just done. Like, there's no way that was the dead zone. I'm double checking it. Oh my god. It is no way. It is the most smallest of dead zones that is possible for Millia to have landed there. That's you're never doing it again. You're
Never.
Not doing that on purpose.
Nope.
Duel 1.
And what a character to find it, right? Millia with how fast he is catching recovery of the Psycho Crusher there. Unfortunately, fails to get meaningful offense get to start off with, but we still have some table that we took off the hub.
Yeah, you look at the hurt boxes of that 6H. I promise you, it's there. But holy smokes, was that such a small sliver of an opportunity to get? It's insane. I've never seen it in my life, and I'm still floored that it happened. Shatter, not the hard knockdown edition, but a strong lead for Fresh.
He's going for the low approach that time. I really like it. Cross up. Oh, nice. We block it. Not ready for the throw, but we'll take a block. And Fresh will definitely take the perfect on that round as we get into the next one.
Slash. Too late to try to go for the throw. And this is the guessing game. Both have kind of fallen for like that guessing game in terms of the left-right or even the high-low potential. Fresh, certainly a little bit more effective at it, right? Launches pressure, finally goes for the low.
Oh, and then no catching the jump out attempt once again. Kurenai did such a good job at calling out Bridget.
Let's get knocked down. Let's get caught by Disc on the opposite side, though. Setup tries to slow things down to RC to try to make that a viable Disc. So far, Kurenai has had a few jump out opportunities, just not taking any of them here. And just kind of committing to hold the down back or even just stand block here against Fresh, which is huge for Fresh because we get to constantly apply this pressure. Finally gets the stroke. Watch for the stand block. It's not going to be lower in the stroke, though.
Oh, and there it was. The attempt right there to beat out the throw. Getting a huge counter hit. Kurenai starting to beat those back throws and Fresh. Maybe we stop throwing a little bit of those back throws out there, right?
Yeah, I mean, again, they've kind of been reliant on very specific crutch moves in some of these interactions defensively. Both sides here, like Fresh, again, if we had a counter for Kurenai strokes, it'd be way to the moon.
Nice.
Right here.
Yep, setting up another mix up the flex shield once again. Trying to catch out the jump out attempt after the stroke. Fresh being relentless with the offense, finally finds the hit. Gonna cash out into the super setup into another mix-up. Left was the situation, or was the side. Fresh taking it 3-1 over Kurenai. Millia, I got mixed up with us, so I surely did.
Sometimes the avatars are very misleading.
You're not kidding. You know, I see a lot of David Martinez avatars. I'm like, he ain't in the
Word? Oh yeah, that's right. Forgot they added that now.
We're getting into this next one. Snail finds the mark immediately in the air, leaving a hard knockdown.
I swear they were just being creative. Like, wow, you guys are just making David Martinez from scratch. No, you know, they added jacket, hair. Okay, you're right. Good burst away, though. Nice little spatial control for Deafheaven. Gonna get caught anti-air, though.
The challenger on the scoop break, and there it is once again. Not just enough to keep ourselves safe. BRC to get some really swag combos. That kills!
With a 2K to finish the job? Can't land yet.
Okay, that was some saucy stuff. Deafheaven, #1 Axl for a reason on the leaderboard currently.
Vincent here, blocking and just stay in position. That 5P. I don't care how far that yo-yo goes. My sickles are better.
Oh, 2H finding the anti-air. First off the table for Deafheaven. Mason still has it available. Do you want to use it for deflect shield or for a wild assault sequence? Oh, but unfortunately messed up the input for the one vision, so we don't get to use our super here.
Wall? Super.
Really good for Macy here. Hard knockdown is Bridget's game. It's exactly where she wants it to be. Super scary burst, but she finds an opportunity to set another yo-yo. We're not gonna go into a reset. Gonna go into the super. I have close out the round. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Counter hit too. Definitely try to press a button and fight our way out.
The pressure going. The Ren Sen is stuck in that east coast of the screen here with that 5P.
Oh, not gonna mess it up this time. You have time, stop. It's not gonna kill, unfortunately, but you are at just a sliver of HP. BRC is not gonna be enough. The 2K from Deafheaven catching a button, or maybe just a jump out attempt or something there. Deafheaven definitely played the cards right. Went for a low committal button, try to catch out whatever Macy did, taking the game.
Great spatial control again. I feel like we could get a similar matchup as we saw previously with the Asuka versus Pot, right? We were trying to make it difficult for Bridget to get in, and Deafheaven certainly succeeding at that, populating the screen with a lot of preventative buttons that keeps Bridget at bay. So you're not able to kind of scoot on in there and do some damage to Axl. 6P, not going to find a mark, but
we're seeing a pretty strong layer 1 from Deafheaven, right? Using the Brinson in just 5P. Not really opting into using some of the other committal buttons, but Macy gets a throw, sets up a yo-yo because of it.
But finally that counter hits 6P to come through, and now we're owning this corner. Good. That did so much chip damage. That was insane. Go for the kickstart.
Keep that. It's the wall break because we're setting up ourselves for a nice little post wall break situation, but Deafheaven makes something out of nothing. It's no longer on the table here for Macy. Nice interrupt there. Oh my gosh, wait, this is going to kill him. We're gonna, yeah, we'll run into the corner.
Very fortunate to pick that up right there. Goodness gracious.
Ooh, I was worried for a second, like, wow, how is Axl going to kill from that ring? Just throw out a pipe.
Just go run over there and kill her.
Yeah. Nice. TKTV gets knocked down. The 2Hs have been really strong here, especially with Deafheaven is trying to jump out as our main defensive option here. I don't know what that one was.
Let's pick it up with Snail. Nice. Or Winter Man, excuse me. Another yo, tricky stuff with a time stop. Course correction here. Get the launcher and a shatter. Not enough to kill. That was a big jump back from Death. Oh, the command grab so quick!
Super sneaky using that PRC that had to X a little bit. We're behind it. First on the table, we might see a gold burst, or we might see nothing happen. A 2H gonna catch. 6 Macy trying to run up there. Deafheaven coming out pretty strong. Again, I like that these 2Hs from Macy are finding their mark. We're getting pretty decent reward off of them, setting up our yo-yo every time, as Bridget should is kind of what she's known for. But I kind of like that Deafheaven's not opting for a lot of close range pressure, right? Just seeing if Macy can get past the Renson 5P layer before we start adding on other stuff.
Yeah, again, like it is Certainly keeping Macy at bay from that full screen pressure, and despite kind of being dissuaded, right? We're seeing that Macy is kind of navigating a bit. It's still a lot of the preventative plays becoming frustrating to deal with as you start getting this corner pressure again. I mean, the pieces might be falling into place for Macy at this rate. Just jump back with the JS. Oh, the JH this time.
I think a little too low, so that 60 doesn't connect. Oh no, we weren't plus enough to get some meaningful offense there for the IBs on Deafheaven side. First. Nice run there. Oh, we're gonna get a nice combo using the BRC slowdown to get that extra distance. Doesn't kill, but goes for a reset. There's that 5P. Catching, jumping out once again. Now Deafheaven on set point then.
Oh my goodness, bless the dome with the overhead. Oh, did you pick up after the Winter Manus? Okay, no! Hey!
One vision is available. Any one hit could equal a ton of damage, as we're gonna see here. But the question is Macy going to get burst in time? She does! Oh, okay.
That's denying the approach there, my goodness. Quite the call. Who's gone through Sin and Exert. It's interesting to see the stamina gauge be treated more passively in this iteration of Guilty Gear as opposed to what it was originally. Granted, Sin has only been playable 2 times before this in the history of Guilty Gear, so both times completely different. So a third time a little bit different is not so crazy, but yeah, this constant pressure that you see, you can see that comes a double-edged sword sometimes. If you don't have your stamina build up, then you're not able to finish out some combos, and that's the price that you pay. We'll see if that comes to play for Sasuke, as we're already smothering against insert Tyrant Barrel connection.
No clean hit, but we're not gonna risk the drop. We have the 2H. Second hit is going to connect. We have stamina on deck. We're not gonna need it though. BRC is how we're continuing our pressure, and Sasuke coming up pretty strong in this first round here. Whoa. Double throw here from insert.
A third? Wait. 2 pieces.
Oh, 4? No way, there's a 5th. A 5th! Oh, that's a command grab this time. Wait a minute, chat. Is this mind control as insert goes 5 throws in a row to delete the health bar?
You know, as they say, you just keep doing it until you show me otherwise.
Something if it ain't broke.
That second DP, the Hawk Baker is going to connect here. Quick snack. I will not challenge anybody to know what that purple snack did. And if you get both the percentage and what it does correct, I got nothing for it. You get like a channel point or something. Yep. Don't look it up. I'll know.
Oh, I think this RTL is gonna catch the backdash. It doesn't! And if it was ready to punch the instant ending meter to keep ourselves safe. Ooh, the Dolphin offense is relentless. Getting a little too happy with those throws there. Seeing Sasuke trying to jump out now.
Oh!
Uh-oh. Oh. I think Axl's time stop might have slipped into this round here a little bit as Sasuke gets the close slash. Anti-air. You know, maybe that might have been on our end.
In another video game, there is a character that you unlock with some secret shenanigans, and you have to fight them in a really hard boss fight. And boy, would it be crazy.
Duel 1.
Oh, new stage, everything.
Hell, everything, yep. It might be. Keeping the same side here on the cross-up. Gold burst though, immediately off rip. The burst offensively is always such a good thing. We have 100 tension to back up this throw in case it whips, but we're not gonna give Sasuke an opportunity to burst and get through the wall with a hard knockdown.
Okay, Red RC stays safe here. Ooh, what an IB. Corner carry. Big counter hit. Thought we could try to steal back a turn potentially. Maybe miss input on DP. Seen a couple reversals. Sasuke has attempted some of this pressure coming from insert. Scoop.
The flex shield baited out. heavy, a lot of damage, 50% gone already, just a few seconds into the match. Oh, and I like the walk out there. And I like the Orca in return. Like
boy, I really like the donation from Cracker though, with $100 into the match arena, putting us at $212.
Ooh, we are almost there for that top 4 payout that you guys were talking about. Thank you very much, gamer. Yeah, well, let's. New year, new me was definitely new stage, new room, new me. Insert definitely taking it to heart. Definitely played very differently that time around. Playing way more offensively, not entirely relying on the throws. Although we did squeeze in a few in there, like we saw the bait out to the flex shield, and just to see if they can react to the dolphin breaks.
We're not seeing as clean of reversals as we saw in that first game coming from SauceQue. I'm willing to bet that we had a few opportunities there. We attempted it. Now we're starting to get a little bit dissuaded potentially. We'll see if that still comes into play. 2S is the round start. Brilliant wall assault carry and calls out the burst immediately. This is looking bad. This is looking dreadful for SauceQue.
Super scary, but we're gonna make the most of it. Insert getting another wall splat already, refreshing those resources. Gonna top off here.
It's hardly been 10 seconds, you're already dead.
And a perfect no less, but that's the type of damage that May just does here. A little too slow to catch the back end. Wait,
for the follow
is that a taunt?
I fingered it, that's all it was. Did they instant? I walked up to somebody, I was like, I'm ready to throw. Taunt. All right, I'm sorry. Close slash.
Finds its mark. We have some tension on the backboard if we want to spend it on super. We're gonna spend it on a. Not gonna spend it here on a resource. Charge us. Just barely not enough damage to kill here. Just a sliver of health on Insert's end.
Oh, the jump in. Open up from JP. No anti-air from SauceQue. Big damage opportunity here for Insert.
Ton of damage.
Oh no! Not like this. Gummy, not like this. There's 4 meters.
Wait.
Do we block this though? Do we block? Oh no! The PRC saves the day! SauceQue with the clean call out. We had 100 tension Insert. Caught unawares. And we're back to square one. Full burst of either. No.
Yeah, back to square one. All right, we're going for the throws. Back to back. The second one getting gold burst. SauceQue being a little more offensive with their stamina usage. Now we have none here. We're gonna have to resort to using attention to continue our offense. Back it up, just looking at whip punish. But no buttons were thrown out to whip punish. Insert sneaking our way in so fast too.
Oh, button activation. No shot. I feel like that was going to be a throw attempt. We just did not connect, but look at this corner carry.
Oh my god, I feel like slow.
Lead right now for Insert.
Wins.
You know, I gotta say, I really like the end of that second. What we just saw with the super. Didn't actually choose to reversal super with the Orca because we saw that SauceQue had another 50 tension on the back burner. We didn't want a repeat of what happened the previous round. So that was very quick and good recognition from Insert.
Absolutely. And it's always nice to try to check your opponent's reaction. Like maybe they just let it rock and not quick enough on the PRC. So at least the attempt was made. The threat was there. This time around, thinking better of it. Insert coming out on top. 2S not going to connect this time. Since SauceQue got the spacing that we're looking for a full corner carry. Better reverse late than never. JS counter hit. Oof, the hoof stomp. That super.
Lean hit too, adding on that extra bit of damage. Positive bonus, get that tension back. Give ourselves a little bit of time to refresh some stamina, but Insert will take advantage of that time. Ooh, her offense.
Ooh, the JP.
Oh no.
Just get the shatter, but tries to interrupt with 2P. A little bit of a scramble and still coming out top 4 Insert right now.
Nice
versus
reaction.
Super.
Oh no!
Don't tell me we had meter. We did have meter, right? We did have
think we
meter,
did.
right?
I'm looking. We did. I think Incident was just kind of like testing Sasuke's gangster on that one.
IP, quick snack.
Gosh, what a combo! Woo! That one again. That one's green, so I'm gonna say it has something to do with attention. Yeah, that's my guess. That's the
Attention?
white one. Now that's the white one. I'm not sure.
You know, I would have given it to you if you said health. It's not health. But I'm pretty confident that's speed, actually.
0.1% speed. I love it. Nice. I love the throw text there as well. Not going anything more here. Made up burst.
Wrong. It was lobster. It reduces damage defense.
I guess that's technically health, right?
You know? Yeah. All right. Ooh. We got a little bit of a side slot, not the interaction Insert was looking for. Certainly a boon for Sasuke here. Straight to the beak driver, the 5H talking about that. Oh.
Gets another throw, 50 tension on the back end. Gold burst baited, and we're running up again with the throw. Lots of two here, lots of leader is going to get spent here these next few seconds. Zero with the 3K is the button that's gonna land. And we're gonna cash out with that. Roman cancel. Oh my god. Internet.
Good luck. It's just to put it in perspective, it was Duelist doing a mechanical bull ride. Now, it wasn't a mechanical bull though. So anyways, into this match we have QueenKoa up against Calamarikurusu.
A.B.A versus Zato-1. Definitely two characters I feel like are very, very strong these days. Zato getting a bunch of recent buffs with the Zabubu that we talked about earlier. A.B.A getting a lot of benefits from the throws on the jump space.
That is so true. This this A.B.A, close, has been an absolute terror. I feel like she's just been on a constant rise since her. Oh my god! Yeah, I would have thrown too. My bad. This is the knockdown. Get her set up here. Sandwich applied with the piercer to boot. Are you kidding me?
They're lazy. And we're gonna refresh the Eddie gauge here. Hard knockdown is the game. Enough for the high, low, YRC. Good answer. Eddie gauge has no gauge left.
I'm thinking the 2S there and not gonna find it. QueenKoa goes down to Calamari.
5H round start. Getting the burst out from QueenKoa pretty early on. Popping the jealousy gauge, we get knocked down. Super unfortunate. Combos going long enough to kill some time here.
Applause does not want to allow that jealous gauge to build up in any way whatsoever. This is unfortunate because the snowball kind of continues here at this rate. Without any meter, no big deal. We had the RC and meter specifically in the Eddie gauge. We were down and out and still got our opener. Calamari, I don't need an assist. I've already strong on my mix alone.
No, that was good stuff. You know, fighting Zato has got to be. We talked about how stressful it can be, just with all the buffs and stuff. But this is basically an assist character in the game, right? If you really want to look at it that way, especially now with the float, with the new move, being able to put Eddie behind you almost any point. Like, that is going to be so strong. And I've seen Calamari utilize it a few times. Not yet, but in previous sets. But what are we going to see? I know Zato players aren't too favorable to move.
I just feel like A.B.A should be going for a couple of downside in some of these interactions, especially off the jealous rage, if we get that opportunity. Granted, if you're not enraged, then that downside kind of falls off the wayside. You're not going to get your armor boost. Nice 2S pick up. QueenKoa get pushed out. Watch him be opposed.
Get it back, that's there with the key grab. Now it's QueenKoa's time to get started. Oh my goodness. You talked about the Danza, and I think that might be more than enough damage. Those two hits only lead to lots, especially with the super. Oh my goodness.
devastating interaction here, especially with the Danzai combo. You know it's going to hurt after that. Immediate Jealous Rage set up. The shimmy. Nice block on the low.
We put a lot of these throw baits and definitely getting a lot of reward off of them. Full Jealousy Gauge, 5H finds its mark. Oh, that was a wall spin. I like that. Dashing up twice to get some extra tension.
Hold on to this. Plenty of blocks done. We do get the guard cancel. It's not going to work. Oh, wait a minute. The armor through. Huge call. That actually kept that pressure available for QueenKoa. There's the job with the Danzai. Game up a perfect Calamari with no answer. But that's the play that I'm looking for from A.B.A. You're finding those opportunities to keep that pressure going by armoring through. And then it shuts down that reversal that comes from Calamari themselves. So good play.
I think you might have been like spot on. Danzai might be the answer, at least so far what we're seeing, to the whole opposed wall that Calamari is putting up. And definitely, what a time to use it, especially at the end there when Calamari can't really back up. Now you're forced +8 in their face.
Yeah. That's the thing of it. You find any of those opportunities, and you see so often where you go for that Danzai with a character like Zato or anybody that has like a reversal that can kind of just rip through some of that pressure. Just go for Danzai right through, you'll be okay. In most scenarios here at that time, brilliant calls. Big jump and slash though.
Yeah, uninstall to gain some of that Jealous Rage back. Still gonna block the mix though, unfortunately. Duper. Jeez, the gauge is refilled instantaneously over here for Calamari's side. IRC is blocked. That's gonna be a huge counter hit. 6H, more than enough damage, especially with that wall break damage on top of it. Get killed. Strong already to the corner. QueenKoa getting command grab. The heartbreaker, especially when the Eddie gauge is running low.
Frog Excalibur here. He stopped short of the Piercer. Normally, yeah, you're challenging Piercer like that, but not anymore. Oh. The applause comes through.
Is that a back-to-back perfect? Dang, okay, Calamari ending that one pretty quick. Not taking it too lightly. The QueenKoa fighting back. Calamari fighting back just as hard. I really like all the burst baits. I like the attempts on just... I think that was just a perfectly spaced Pierce, like you mentioned, just spaced out of the 2P there. Super unfortunate from QueenKoa. I think that right there might have been the one situation that led to her downfall that round.
Yeah, because in the normal sense before this iteration, you're using Pierce to push towards corner, you chase behind them. Nowadays, you just cancel it out right away. Go for your applause and look at this. Another Piercer set up here, keep you blocking on both sides, remaining ever closer to Zato. This is the Zato I'm familiar with, right? Like the relentless offensive pressure, things are constantly active. When do I get my opportunity? And A.B.A might have those answers. Beautiful J8.
Tons of damage here. Oh, we're going for super optimal. Bunch of Jealousy Gauge on the back. Might mean enough hits for this to kill. Definitely. Wait a minute. I did way more damage than I thought.
I saw the 1, 2, 3, and 4 hit. Like, oh god.
Unfortunate backthrow here for QueenKoa. Wall's gonna break, and our Jealous Rage is going to run out post wall break. It's even more plus for Calamari.
That's the applause. Keep you blocking. Tap dust opens you up. Plenty of resources. May as well send the super. Recharge on Eddie. Won't see a burst here. Just gonna try to survive the onslaught. Unfortunately, will not be able to. We're going to this next round fully charged up. Square one continues. Calamari looking at match point though. 2S does get blocked.
Oh, I like the jump there. Giving space for Frog to cross up and holding back so he can bait burst in case of double layered option there. QueenKoa trying to find her way in. Unfortunately, the confirm are hit. super fast, hard to do. Calamari finding our way in. 2S finds its mark. It's the burst.
Oh, bless the dome. No lows this time. I feel like Queen got cross-eyed a little bit on that interaction. I think the Eddie was actually Zato, which is not the case there. Low block that situation. But it's hard to do when you have Zato floating right above your head and constantly checking you with high-low mix potential. Eddie off the field and still able to get that tap. Does Calamari. Insert going up against each other for our top 8 qualifier. And on deck for stream, we do have DomiWurld versus SauceQue for a top 8 qualifier. We're getting right down to it here in this top 48 action. As you get Millia Rage coming from Walter. And Joe Brownie going to be on the Jacko.
Using the burst pretty early on here. Walter using Compel to destroy the minion and going at the same time.
Massive counter hit combo with the Artemis to pick it up.
Going into the super hard knockdown, positive bonus. We love that here. Didn't get the air dash there, went for a full jump instead. Spending our tension. Nice! Oh, that was such a scary thing to block there. Hard to block Fuzzy. Walter taking the first round pretty convincingly.
To start things off, also got the minion right behind you here, so that supports the corner carry. Even in block, who tried to deny the aerial route, a little bit too slow on the draw. That's that Scooby-Doo run away animation right there for Joe Brownie.
Definitely gonna want to run away after the situation you're put in here afterwards. Walter, the world is your oyster in terms of mix. Compel finds it, but still gets a hit. So accurate. And we're gonna spend our Roman cancel to fade out the burst. And going into the super, playing it safe to make sure we get the kill here. Walter not dropping around though. In that first game, super strong stuff. And Joe Brownie, kind of up to you, I feel like, to try and lock Walter down from the air approaches. The Compels are definitely proving to be really useful here.
Very different from the Jacko we saw earlier today, right? Where that was just constant pressure coming from Jacko, covering the match against iDom, right? Where we were constantly covering a lot of that linear approach, denying a lot of routes that were available to iDom. Very different here, where Walter is still pretty dominantly running free on the field. This is the first time we're getting that full screen set up. Tries to deny airspace with the shield. Crosses up, does Walter.
Nice block on the mix there. Walter opting to stay same side. Joe Brownie opting to take the skies. Gets the JP connecting. I catch Walter matching the far slash there. But once again, these JPs are putting in work. Scooting back. A sight distance to apply some pressure. 6K does win, unfortunately. This could be everything Walter needs, but Joe Brownie once again taking to the skies and stopping Walter, making those adjustments we just talked about in between sets.
Required to find success in brackets, making those immediate adjustments here as quickly as possible. Just get a couple compels. The Babu not going to quite open things up. Hey, if we own this corner, all the better, as we can try to chip away the Artemis counter hit, full conversion, and you're looking great for this next round.
What a perfect two. Both players having burst on the table. All depends on how they choose to use it. Brownie, spending it on Wild Assault and catching the backdash Walter does.
Slash here, another one. Quite the 2P. The counter is actually earning you this next opportunity here.
Nice tech on the throw and nice 5K afterwards. Take that second one. Walter finds the way in, going into the super. Same situation seen before. Way to kill it this time!
It was close enough. There was really like a sliver of health left over. This one kills.
Okay.
That's fair. It's you have to already almost be dead. Like a heavy would have finished for the job for you, right? So that's how this works. Much like Ride the Lightning from Kai. Like you have to already be dead.
Duel 1.
Walter up 2-0. Strong start in that game 2 from Joe Brownie. trying to cross the finish line this time around, though. Minion does get shut down. Both of them got shut down. What an approach from Walter here.
So JP's we were talking about earlier, setting up another minion when we're still in the air. 2D counter hit. That's huge stuff. Running a bar slash. Counter hit in return. He wants to get a wall break here as well. No super, but one Artemis.
Too many. That's why. That's not enough damage. We just go. We're gonna take the easy route. And honestly, hard knockdown would have been pretty beneficial, but we're at least understanding that we're winning neutral so often that we can hold on to that 50% tension for another interaction altogether because of how often we're opening up against Joe. Here with the, with the disc setup here, last ditch effort on the burst. I'm surprised we spent it here, so we better make it count.
Roman cancel, try and bait out a YRC. I think that might have been. Oh, and all these JKs, cartwheels in the air. Walter was so ready for that second jump there from Joe Brownie.
Investment did not pay off. Granted, that mixed potential would have opened up a lesser player, but Walter could get 6B. Nice called on the Artemis there, coming from Joe.
Huge J8 there from Walter. They're gonna go with the super this time. Maybe saying that we like the hard knockdown a little too much to not go for it. Get some more meter as well, because it's a positive bonus. Use it for a mix-up or maybe to confirm off a hit.
Oh, nice throw. Nice. Just enough to finish. Now Walter, quick fashion, earning their spot in the Assassin's Guild with 3-0 victory. Guard crush pressure on the side of Lucy, utilizing Mono Wire. That still was very much the MO of SQ. So it's crazy to see how player style still carries over character to character. Doesn't matter the character, she is still going to play the same mindset here. But Domi on the sin with a quick 5P round start, a brave one at that, considering the character in front of you.
A brave option to air dash out of the corner, but rewarding one nonetheless. To get a burst and SQ in the corner, although she has fought her way out by this point.
Nice 2K2D. See, it's all about that timing. There was that fear, right, of just, if I'm wrong, that's a counter hit, and that is devastating for me, especially at 50 tension. Watch the meter. There's the hoof stomp. No burst available, so we'll fully send this one. Oh, wait. Oh, my goodness. There it is. See, the concern, right? Once you see a 100-meter coming from Ramlethal, everything changes. If you did not get the shatter, which Domi really should have finished it out there, still got the deep driver to finish the job, then you still have to worry about meter, right? So 100-meter Ramlethal, different game plan. Got to be very cautious because the reverse is more than pop.
Like opting for a back throw over here. No meter this time around. We still get the throw tech. No stamina on our end. Not enough. Didn't get the ice cream, so we didn't get the meter, but we broke the wall nonetheless.
2K trade counter hit. I'm trying to take advantage of it, but both are coming out pretty much equivalent in terms of power to this Tyrant Barrel. First game for Domi.
And I like that right there. Karaing into the super. Not something you see too much these days, since they kind of made the Kara part of that take stamina, but Domi pulling it out of their pocket just to secure the kill. I really like that stuff. Even tech that seems to be forgotten by the majority of people. People who are very proficient with their characters are still using it pretty often when they need to.
Chat, I have the audio muted. Is she playing the song? Is SQ
She's playing the song.
still?
She's playing the song.
Mankind.
Thank you for reminding me. I gotta be the stream.
I will not. I'm not crying. All right, because I'm muted. So I know better. I learned from this weekend.
Okay. Oh cow. Huge counter hit, getting the burst off the table for both players. Nice combo too. RTL taking it to the corner. No split up our backs. Positive bonus. Still have some stamina available. SQ. We'll have 50 tension if we choose to use it on a reversal super. It might have been what that was.
Big driver there. Oh no, the slash series. Bring it in. That spacing was insane.
Crazy.
The fact that far slash doesn't connect, but you put yourself in a precarious situation, the whip punish from SauceQue. Locked on target, enough to get the kill. My goodness. The anime is good, chat. Like, you should watch the anime because that inspires you to play the actual game. Just letting you know. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
Nice. Over here, go for full screen, spending stamina to get an extra throw.
Here, bursting. Nice low block. I would not have been ready for that. That was insane. The launcher. Have to spend as much as we can. It's beneficial to get those swords back.
Like that, testing the reactions. 6K going for a nice plus on block reset. We're gonna get a big combo off of this. I think for a reset though, and to bait the super nonetheless. He's gonna find the opportunity to throw Domi into the corner, make that 2 times in a row.
Course correction. Full stomp does get fuzzy guarded there. Size up the JPs. Oh man, the gazelle step. You're not ready for it here.
Duel 3.
Sneaking in that throw, more than enough damage to secure the kill there. Nice IBFD. You're seeing a lot of that RPS you would have to face afterwards.
6K, scuff up the sneakers there. Calls out the burst. Unfortunate.
Such a good spot for Domi here. SauceQue is going to have the result of using frame traps, and Domi uses the burst offensively as he rebuilds some of that stamina gauge. Not going to go for a mix-up. Actually goes not for the big driver follow-up and trying to cash whatever SauceQue tries to do afterwards. We do so right there and cash out for the kill. DomiWurld up 2-0.
The powerhouse that is Sin Kiske.
Sure, I know this is a little off topic, Chess. You have to forgive me, but Zero wasn't kidding. You know, like the anime definitely made me start the game. I just started. I finished Act 1. I think I'm pretty sad.
Oh, we're gonna gush. We'll gush after this match. Don't worry. Beat driver, big counter hit. See that bit of hesitation though, alive for that 2P to connect here for Domi. Quick snap, it's blue.
I'm gonna guess burst. That's my guess.
Let me double check.
Okay.
No, that was speed.
Makes sense, you know, the blue burr, like it's Sonic, you know.
Exactly.
I should have known. I should have known.
It's okay because future reference, nothing to do with burst on any of the snaps.
Oh, I see. I'll get it right next episode. Adobe, definitely gonna get the combo right, spending 100 tension all night, extra damage there. Not going for the wall splat.
Let's get the carry. Watch the 2K. Got the rock set up here. Ooh, with the challenge though. That's actually kind of beneficial here for Domi. The trade working out to hold the corner. Clash. Smackdown with Tyrant Barrel. Here's a break in 2025. Oh my god.
He's using the YRC. Yeah. Typical stuff. Nice 6. What? Super Brave, but it works out in her favor. SauceQue. Not going down without a fight, reserving our burst for this round. Thankfully, not having to use or choose to use it. Lock on the overhead.
Trying to sneak in that gazelle step again, but SauceQue, she's been opting to go for those fuzzy guards, helping to answer against both the hoof stomp, because then you're already air blocking, and then also calls out this gazelle step here. So we might see something change up from DomiWurld, but walks into a slash.
Catching the walk back attempt there from SauceQue. Oh no! Nice block on the overhead. SauceQue is doing a really good job of that now.
Super screen. What is it? Remember?
I forgot.
Reduces the damage taken.
Damage.
I swear, I'm not trying to do a gotcha here. It's helping me to remember this. I gotta pull up on the side. I promise. I don't remember.
Okay. I'm gonna remember next time for sure. Unless it's like purple or something, and you got me lost.
I would never ask you about the percentage. That's impossible. There's no way any of you could recognize the percentage upon a snack. Gold burst. What are we doing? What happened?
Whatever we were doing, it seemed to have worked. Baiting out the YRC, the 6H is gonna be, and Melt's gonna seal the deal. SauceQue making a slight comeback here. The 1-2. Still a little down, but we're not out. I like these slight adjustments that SauceQue has made this specific game.
Tough to deal with the damage output here that you get from Sin Kiske, but SauceQue, she's still figuring it out, right? Again, like the adjustments we're talking about, I do love the fact that we opt for these fuzzy guards more often than not to call out that gazelle step, to call out the hoof stomp. Unfortunately, going to get called out with a massive counter hit. This time going to be caught low with the Hawk Baker, or excuse me, the Elk Hunt.
Super bunch of damage. Going for a reset, gets the throw. Positive bonus, lets us combo after because we got some tension. A perfect too. Hold on, though.
Launch the corner. And only one stamina block spent for that. Not bad.
I actually like the choice to keep the corner there. Into this nice little situation that we have going for us right here. DomiWurld try to catch out the jump attempt, but SauceQue catches the recovery of the JD.
Try to 16 and another one.
Huge whip punish.
Wow. That was inches away from Sin right there. What a DP call. The massive counter into hoof stomp. Not able to finish the job. Not only do we whip throw, we run up and do another throw, and we still get the W here. DomiWurld taking it 3-1 over SauceQue.
Can affect dialogue options and like choices you make. So this has been, it's been a very fun. When I saw that, I knew this was gonna be a very good game.
Why 72 specifically? Because it's better than 60. Like 60, everyone's doing, right? Like as long as I can get 72 and better, it just looks better. I'm not trying to pump the horsepower of 60 FPS on a monitor or TV that can pump out 120. Why would I do that?
You definitely spit some facts. I respect it. We got Walter and Deafheaven back on the podium here. Walter starting off with a pretty strong lead. No mix-up this time around, but there it is with the bad move. Got a no burst on the tape. 2S will find its mark, getting the burst out. Whoa! Backdash BRC comboing. Oh my gosh! No health left at all for Walter. Super scary situation to be in.
The left right still got picked up with the disc. Close slash. That's enough to finish the job.
Scary low as I talk. I guess that was under control.
For Millia? Yes.
Absolutely.
Already getting that shatter. 50% life lead, big counter hit, heavy, immediate burst. 50% is the threshold here for Deafheaven. Nice trade combo. Still got the pick up that state. I forgot. We got the tumble state now.
Running up with 6P, hair car hitting super deep. Back it up with some meter. Yeah, and the super. Now, no question about this one. It's definitely going to kill. If it didn't somehow, I think we need to have some conversations with Darksis.
It would have been Daisuke saying it wasn't your time.
It wasn't your time.
It's not for you today.
Daisuke intervening with a lot of these matches. I've seen.
The city always wins. You're gonna learn that real quick, you know.
The city always wins. Oh my god!
As you keep playing anything to do with Cyberpunk, you're gonna find out that the city will always win.
I gotta ask. So, what did you pick Street Kid? I know I picked Street Kid.
I did Street Kid. No. I picked Corpo Start.
Corpo. Okay.
Yep.
I respect it.
That's cool. This is my way of getting back at the Corpo.
Oh. It's 5P. Does not connect. Wait, stopping Walter's approach. Deafheaven getting counter hit, using the burst pretty early on. Now, Like the attempt to bait the burst there. And there it is once again, but it's gonna work this time for sure. Following it up with the Renson explosion. Oh no, that was the up. Fooled me.
Right here. Just cover the aerial space with that JP. Lush shaker. 1-2-8.
Stuck in the run-up approach. Are we going to see a wall break or... Yeah, okay, definitely going to see the wall break. Add in that little Mirage Step for some extra meters to get the hard knockdown here. Be a super good spot here, Walter.
Just got our shatter here with another DP. 100 meter available for Walter. It's still very doable. We try to bait something out with the BRC.
Super swaggy combos. Walter finding a good spot to bait the burst. Oh, super scary. Oh, that's so minus, and Walter runs in.
Okay. Like I said, still very doable.
Oh, no. Super unfortunate burst, but not if your name is Walter. This is just a break you kind of want here in this match. Or to potentially win now.
Nice navigation.
Oh, wow.
Almost nice navigation.
It makes me think if those last few times the tornado was out, just to test the water to see if Millia's super jump can reliably go over it. See, the answer is yes, but the distance isn't just right.
Twitterman is not connecting. Good air block. It's all about keeping. Oh, I was gonna say it's all about keeping Walter away, but what a risk to go for a hair car with no meter and still get blessed on the dome with the missile bomber.
You know, as the game goes on, I'm noticing that hair car with no meter is somehow becoming a more like reliable strat. Have you noticed? I'm sure. Like, I know the beginning of the game. Don't do this.
Don't spread that.
Listen. Listen, it works. It works. I'm telling you, it works.
It doesn't. It works like Stun Dipper works. Like, because we're all sitting here thinking you're not going to do it, and you do it.
And Stun Dipper's broken.
But then you just get people thinking like, see, but it worked though, and that's not the answer. You can't just let these people be enabled feel like they're sick with it. They're not.
Whatever makes my life fighting Millia easier, I'm gonna take. If that means spreading propaganda, I'm sorry, Zero. Nice close slasher catching. Oh man, catching a dome there with the J8 going into the winger. See, the Walter is loving these close opera situations, especially when you get a throw like this, going for the... Wow, okay, the same side overhead there with the bad move, but the perfect too. Wait!
Wait. Someone fill me in. Why don't we go for the JS on the jump and then go for the back dash out of the sky to get the base? Are you baiting me? Is that the bait?
I think your guess is as good as mine.
JH does get blocked. What a check here from Walter. JH, same side. It's still low enough to the ground to start first with the close slash.
Tons of damage on the table here. Oh, in the bad mood. RC back just in case. We got a YRC punish off of that. Also taking it over. Deafheaven 2-1. That was pretty swaggy. I was not expecting the bad moon, but we see the extra layer that Walter is starting to bring out. I don't think we've seen this many bad moons in the Millia set yet.
Tonight, for sure. Definitely not. This is the most bad moods I've seen tonight. Now, bad moods overall in a Millia set. This is part of the course. But you're right, which is weird. The moon must not be out. It must be a new moon tonight. That's why. That's why we're not seeing it.
Must be a bad moon. Wink, wink.
Yes, the curse of 5P. Excellent.
Back throw there. Super nice try. Oh, I think that was an air throw to maybe try catching an initial air dash, but Walter goes for the second one and finds their way out. Oh! Oh, my Capel. Oh, my burst! Burst not available on both sides.
Let's get the tornado. Oh. So the Witterman is full OTG pickup. Left, right with the JH.
No pickup off it, but the reset was good enough. There with that 2H. Coming to kill. Having a little trouble keeping Walter out, but Nail actually finds the mark. 50% of Walter's health already gone, and the close slash, that's a lighthouse of a button. It's reaching to the heavens to stop you and bring you down. Now you're back into the corner, you're going to the floor, eating the super too.
Shatter. This is a great start here for Walter, trying to turn it around. The JH Capel finishing the job here, round apiece. Match point for Walter though, it's do or die. Deafheaven. He's on the winner's side here at things. So we'll get one more opportunity if Deafheaven goes down, but we'd rather get the easy route to the winner's side of top 8. Bursting away. Here's the Benson, good block. Patience from Walter. We can make that deep approach. Committed to tornado.
My goodness, what a combo they're gonna set up into the disc. Not going for the turbo fall cross up. Oh! My goodness, the BRC, they're not. Oh!
No.
It's gonna work. It's gonna work. Oh, my cheek killed. See it? Okay. This is Domi. It's gonna be an exciting set. Can't wait to see who wins.
Absolutely.
Mankind
Gunshot extraordinaire, the gunslinger who hops through time or clones themselves or is just a paracausal entity. All of which are pretty plausible, actually.
Using the span to burst pretty early on and getting a nice anti-air with the 5P, the swipe of Doom.
Oh, sneaky throw. That moment of hesitation kind of costing you there.
That's such a huge punish there for Jack. Getting an extra throw on the table. JD, such a sneaky cross-up option. They throw the curse and hop into the Super Deus Ex Machina. You're gonna hear us saying that name a lot tonight, guys. It's gonna cash out. It's big damage.
But where's Adam Jensen? Ridiculous, that guy. Oh, nice backing away here. Avoid. Oh, the air throw! Nothing to pick up after though. 6K counter hit. All right, GG's. That's a wrap.
Yeah, we've seen Domi throw out those 6Ks a few times in that situation before, but this is the first time it's connected with a counter hit, no less.
Oh, each startup just started blasting.
Same situation as we talked about before. Gonna chew away at that health and build up a bunch of that burst gauge back.
Tap dust. Let him scuff up that jacket from Happy Chaos there. Currently available on shop.
Same with the glasses. Can't forget the glasses.
Tiara? Not available. Is that a tiara? It's a halo?
You know, let's call it both. Tiara and a halo. Whatever suits your fancy.
The Dark Crush here, corner position. Quite the throw, actually. I think that was the 5P shutdown.
Yeah, definitely catching the start with a butt in there. 2 throws back to back. 3 throws, never mind. Is this instant we're seeing on the screen? Can we see a 4th? Ah, we're gonna see a 4th!
Sure can, ask and you shall receive.
Burst no longer available for Jack. DomiWurld still have a bunch of resources to use defensively here, but they choose to spend on YRC. Into the Deus Ex Machina. Can refill some of that burst gauge. This could be what we need. If you're Jack, never mind. We're gonna DP in the face of the devil himself. Oh my gosh, such a brave option from DomiWurld. And you know, that's something that we've seen even going back as far as the set with SQ. right? Like those situations where you probably shouldn't DP, I'm gonna DP and test and see if you're actually scared of me.
Yeah, that was insane. You know, we were round up, no burst available on the side of Jack. What was crazy though was Jack did run up, tap, dust for that one here, which if blocked would have remained safe because we had Bullet to back us up after that, but that was insane. Wait, there's 12 million channel points on the line for this match alone? That's 12 shirts! Who spent 12 million channel points on this?
The 12 million point incident. Burst being you have enough for a deflect shield. How can I use it? Nice tech on the air throw.
Like the 6D calling out the speed trying to look like start up there.
Jack definitely not afraid of calling out those big drivers with 6D. We've seen it time and time again. This is the first one we have seen this set so far, and I fear it may not be the last. So if you're Domi, you might want to start sneaking in. Well, those L-cons, as I was gonna say it.
Success. Stagger pressure does get a brain blast to continue. Not enough. We don't have a bullet here, but now getting the shatter, we will see the Deus Ex to get a full reload.
Nice stagger pressure, no bait on the YRC though. So I have a bunch of resources to use defensively, and YRC is the one that we chose. Using the first over here for Domi, trying to cast Jack, jumping around, no bullets in the chamber here, but the J2K! Cross it up, Domi thinking we were going on the left side, but we're staying on the right. Hearing the game. I saw that Twitch chats, I should say. Twitch chats. I saw you guys asking how does a horse throw? Well, let me tell you something about Gold Ship. Imagine $12 billion on the line. All the horses are amped up, ready to go, and your horse just decides, I got beef with a horse right next to me, so I'm gonna try and climb over to the next, oh my gosh, to the next gate.
I swear to God, I never ask. Somehow I know more and more about these horses, and I just never asked in my life. How? Against my will, all of you keep talking about these horses.
The knowledge finds user. It's inevitable.
I don't want it to.
Guys, using the bullet set to confirm off the JPs once again going into the same old super.
Watch it, yeah, start up with the sweep.
Oh, but we're not tossing that one. Definitely spaced it up and ready. Combo off of our counter here.
Insane approach. The 5K. I don't know how you finagled the hurt boxes on Sin Kiske to avoid the 5K from Jack. He's just gonna start shooting at this point.
Nice big driver finds the mark. Gonna spend some extra stamina in case it didn't kill. DomiWurld up around. Games are tied.
What are you DP? Good citizen. What are you doing? Blasting again. Your fade away jump shot. Jack corner carry. Oh, just outside the range of 6S. I cursed it, but still got the throw. That gravity scaling really kicked in towards the end there, but still able to pick up the pieces, as a Happy Kid ass player should be able to do.
6 minutes of that extra stamina, but he takes the burst in return. I think it's definitely a worthwhile trade, especially if you get a follow-up combo like this.
Hello.
What? Okay. I don't think I've seen that move before.
The 5H, you just tilt and tumble right through the legs of 5H is insane.
It's rolling on through twice over. Get ourselves another wall break. First is already full, so all we're doing here is getting damage with a hard knockdown. Jack refreshing that positive bonus once again. definitely not a strong place to be in if you're Domi. You have the attention on the back burner, but it's not gonna matter if you get 6-speed.
Chat, I'm laughing because I need to put you on some game. I need y'all to look up the film Tokyo Zombie. And that's all that I thought about. It's a film about two guys that are experts at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the middle of a zombie apocalypse in Tokyo.
Wait, this cover looks amazing.
And that's what I thought about when Happy Chaos was rolling around on the ground fighting Sin Kiske. Like, oh man.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what in that film made you think of it, but it's gotta be so godlike.
It's the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu part, because he's rolling around, fighting zombies, doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and that's what that means. He's not, you know, putting in a chokehold or anything.
No, I mean, going for the concentration super to top up. No, he's got 2 bullets still. No combo off of that, even with our stamina spent. Oh no! Brazilian Tokyo Ghoul. Zero ID just tell me, is that accurate?
No, I mean, I know what Tokyo Ghoul is about. It's definitely not, but like,
I have to ask the expert here.
But it's accurate considering, you know, zombie could be like a ghoul, I guess. Yeah. Car crush, nice to be in a run. The chase, both afraid of an aerial button here with that FD.
Oh no. Nice throw, full stamina gauge, almost building up. Whoa! That was the gazelle step attempt, and we're throwing the Tapdos in return. Just throws on throws here, listen. That was a brave 5K, and I really like the position behind it. Just like I like that backdash BRC getting us the combo to the
rush. Let's take another shot here. Final touch. Nice IV, but Jack still threatening a match point here. This happens when we don't. Got the hoof start with an RC, waits for the burst. Jack gonna give it away. Not able to get the anti-air. Brilliant jump in, and Jack doesn't succeed closing out the set. Domi has a chance.
Yeah, definitely not a hero burst you see often from Jack, but Domi winning the bait or winning with the happen regardless. No super this time, but we apply curse. Oh, no concentration out on Jack's end, and it's definitely to the detriment. Domi gonna combo into the super RTL, surely going to wall break. No matter this. This wall break situation is looking good for Domi. Attention on the back end, burst available as well in case we want to use it offensively or defensively like we are using it now.
More touch again, but Domi has been in this situation before. Burst almost available for Jack, and certainly will be with the positive bonus. One final shot, and Jack advances to women's finals here of top 8. So Zato, we see a lot of coverage nowadays, where it's going to be difficult for Millia to escape, especially when we see those sandwich setups coming from Calamari. If that comes into play, then it can really start to snowball quickly against Millia, but already shutting down Eddie at the outset. This is a big start here for Walter. Let's make the most of it.
Getting the burst pretty early on is such an important thing for either of these characters. Maybe we see it here on Walter's end. No, we're actually choosing to wait on our burst for this post-wall break situation, seeing that Calamari has no way to get Eddie back currently without waiting.
Close slash, pick up. The blades are out. 100 meter available. Calamari.
Nice block on the low. Oh, slightly too slow on that overhead there. I'm pressing a button. Doing a good job using that disc and just putting themselves into the corner. Turbo fall finds the way to get out. There's a double overhead. So tricky. Actually, it was one overhead, but the 2 air dashes made it seem like it was something else. Walter, I got mixed.
So it worked on you, is what you're saying. Because it worked on me. Like,
I don't block Millia. I don't block either of these characters. Zato a little more, but Millia for sure. But Walter is doing an amazing job blocking all this. As we see, we get a counter hookup. Maybe got a little too ahead of ourselves with our blocks. Oh, calamari. Oh my gosh. He's gonna break the law. The new property that Zato gained a few years in to teleport directly to Eddie to close the gap.
He's trying to get set up there. I think that might have been a pose that we wanted. It wasn't active enough. Capel catching. Wait a minute. I think that was button to the Capel that shut things down for Calamari. The run up close slash counter hit. I think it was shattered. Burst. Deny it.
Artemis doing a ton of damage and the extra wall break on there as well. Needing Walter to get a perfect over here. Starting off pretty strong. Calamari, that was a very close match nonetheless, actually. Calamari using a lot of things that we set up like before the set. A pose wasn't something we saw, but Frog is doing an amazing job at catching Walter in the air, just even if it's just making you block.
Yeah, I mean, it is a lot of that chase down, right? Because, like I called it, the top is just constantly chasing the space that Millia wants to feel comfortable in. I mean, you're catching Millia more often than not retreating as opposed to setting up their aerial superiority, especially when you get that leapfrog going to cover so much of that screen space.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Position another 2S. Let's get the one through here one more time. Does that break the law?
Nice block. Yeah, definitely catching. I think we could have been another jump out attempt, getting a perfect. Calamari coming back really strong here. Burst still on the table. The deflection. Wow, the 2B there, right? Like the composure to we find our time to hit Eddie. Drain that health.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of a benefit that we actually forced Walter to spend that guard cancel there, and still Walter feeling a little desperate on the defense there, trying to deny that Eddie wants to try to escape out of the corner. It's not going to happen. Denying burst. That's a big boon there. Calamari 1-all.
Definitely super strong in that one right there. I don't think, man, we're not seeing but yeah, what we were talking about, those frogs, right? Putting in a ton of work. Walter didn't really have the chance to get started, unfortunately. Something, maybe we're gonna just opt into a little bit more of grounded neutral here, because the aerial approach seems to get shut down pretty reliably here, we're seeing.
You're asking Millia to not jump?
I know it's a tart ass, but Walter is exactly the kind of player who I think would do it. We took to the skies, but it wasn't to get in, it was to kill Eddie. I'm taking that.
That's a Goomba stomp if I ever saw one here. Let's see though, the carry. No sooner than Eddie is down, they're back out to support. Pierce here really trying to chase down. Finally finds that JH. Pendulum though. Nice Steve.
The wire C alleviating some of that risk there on defense. Frog, there it is once again, going for a tick throw. No Eddie gauge back yet, but the frame trap gets the burst off, and Walter spending everything we have to put Calamari in such a dire spot here. You're guessing for the round series. If we jump back 5P, all reliable. Definitely one of Zato's best defensive buttons, and we're seeing it work there.
2P, 5, or JP, either one. It's going to be a punch to finish it. Launch to the corner, stays airborne, does with the pickup. Whole lost claws to the corner carry. Leapfrog in, still maintaining that approach though. Did get pushed off by that guard cancel there. Deflect shield really helping out, but not for long. Tap dust. Zato 2-1 lead.
That Tap Dust was crazy. I kind of... Would I be wrong to ask, like, with that 6K? Maybe that was a mirage to low profile something? Maybe it might have been a 6K just beat out with... I'm not sure what that was. I'm puzzled. But I like the attempt nonetheless. Going for something pretty unorthodox on defense to throw off Calamari is still a pretty good strategy. Something to throw out there maybe once a tournament, once a set maybe.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Potentially match point here. Calamari advance to winners finals. Zato would be certainly impressive. 2S. Media burst though. Nice throw. Left, right opens up though. Same side.
Whoa!
Shade? Okay.
I guess it makes sense, right? It was off the throw, and H just off a throw isn't a real quote-unquote mix-up, and it is a projectile. I guess that adds up. I like that. It's good recognition from Calamari.
Yeah, we've been seeing that even in some sequences where Eddie is down, we're not that drunken shape.
Even without Eddie, it's still a pretty good button to throw out. Gain some distance on counter hit, or even just on normal hit, and it's pretty fast.
Nice call. Able to get the block with the final bad move, or caught holding down back to land. Oh, wait, did we recover? We sure did. Good block, full punish, denying the burst. Likely not going to see burst this early on because of the life lead here. Next interaction will get immediate burst coming from Walter. If we can get the hit.
A nice blocks, unfortunately. Can only block for so long. Walter spinning the PRC. No punish on the whiff throw, unfortunately. I like sending Eddie over to the other side to bait out the 2P. No punish.
Brave of Walter to hold on to that burst interaction there. Believes that they could succeed without spending it, but it's the final interaction. Significant strike will close it out on either side. The JH, the 5K finish. Round apiece. And he's weathered the storm. That is very fortunate that Walter goes into this round with burst. That does pay off.
Guessing for your life, and the throw is the option that we choose. I like it, going for the overhead into the low. An option that we've seen used from Walter too much. We typically go high into high as we're seeing here, but the low finds its mark again. High.
Wait.
Into burst, wait a second. We are high up in the sky, and Walter is not quite sending Calamari through the wall.
How do you move that way?
Oh no, 6P backing it up with the Roman cancel. Surely more than enough damage to tie it up in games. Walter, 2-2. One hell of a set so far.
Good clutch. Good clutch indeed.
Oh my god, those blocks were so impressive. They're blocking 3 overheads in a row just to get opened up by the 4th. Gotta feel terrible whenever you burst gets baited afterwards. Good recognition on Walter, right? This feels like a good spot to bait the burst, and it works. Definitely gotta feel very rewarding, and if you're Calamari, definitely gotta be a little demoralizing. Have your burst baited so long.
Let's see if we can make up for it though. Early spend. A little bit of breathing room. Misses the anti-air. That's a huge jump it off the JS.
Yeah, there it is, a drunken shade of bar as we said before.
Pressure. Let's get the approach, catches the backdash for the JH.
Oh man, yeah, Linger more than enough damage to go here with the extra wall break damage. Now Walter, some potential set point, and it has the burst advantage. But Calamari is not too far behind. Back throw, reversing the situation. Now Walter has no meter. Whoa! We're going coast to coast on that one. It's a road trip across America. We're going to the East Coast.
Scary. I'm surprised we didn't get a counter hit. Like, that was insane. Calamari probably kicking themselves for that one. There's your burst. Hit leapfrog. Deep run up here to continue this pressure. Counter hit Eddie down. There we go. block.
Yes, for Gabe, and Walter gets a read on the YRC, taking it over Calamari 3-2, moving over to that winner's side.
See how this lockdown plays, especially with the change of how Guard Crush interacts, right? Because you're still now able to go for YRCs off of that, so that gives you a little bit of breathing room. But more often than not, you're pushed out of a situation where it's uncertain if YRC will connect against Goldlewis here. So we'll see how these interactions kick off to start things with item toss galore. Jeez,
Okay, we're tossing out a bunch of Behemoth Typhoons. We got the Afro already on the screen. See, I now for those of you wondering, when I mentioned that these two run into each other a lot, this is like layer 19, right? Because Faust players typically go for 2H after that, and RedIAmNot is just ready. It's just ready to catch a 2H.
Let's just let the items do the work. That seems to make sense.
And I gotta say, I appreciate the names on both. We got Ludicolo versus Faust G. Beautiful stuff here from both players. And a beautiful pickup from Lurry here, getting the wall for hole-in-one. Has a lot of potential. It's gonna burn it down though.
The teleport! Oh, what a 2P! As long as we block. That's all that we need. We had to block that sequence. It would have been death. With the Behemoth, guess for your life, and you caught yourself standing up with an FD that locks you in position for the next block stun.
Slower burst around than you typically see with either of these characters on screen. Such an unfortunate slip up there from Lurry. Tasio with the ball to the ground, giving Red a few opportunities trying to open them up. Oh, I like that usage of the flex shield there, putting Red into the Afro. Not going to matter. This is a ton of damage. JT out of the corner. Oh my goodness.
Drop hammer. Tons takes a swing at the bomb. And that's an unfortunate press.
Nice the flex shield. Catching Lurry from jumping out in the air, but unfortunately got caught up by the fuzzy. I almost said furry because of the hair. Or cashing out with security cancels. I guess the hair would also be fuzzy, huh?
Yeah, it's a fuzzy dude.
Yeah, it's a fuzzy dude. It's a fuzzy situation. There's a whole lot of fuzz going on over here.
Certainly frizzes out once it catches fire.
So indeed. Oh man, wait a minute, chat. Do we not know Ludicolo? Hold on. It's one of the best lines. Right? Yeah, it's the Pokemon for sure. It's the best line. Sure. It's the best. One of the best evolution lines ever.
Okay.
Nice 2D. Eating the item, but we have our Marge actually backing us up here.
Ooh. Keep swinging the coffin. Good lord. Ooh, finally get the 2H though. So those bombs away. You could try to zone things out here, but keep in mind, Red does have 100 tension.
Faust is out on the screen as well. Potassium leading to that extra box stun. I think Lurry be a little safer.
For air throw! That's a block. No shot.
You mashed there, you are a madman! But a madman's what you gotta beat in order to play Faust. Burst on the table. Do we use it? I felt
Why?
it.
Why?
That's the Lurry burst. That's the Lurry burst. Meteor's on screen.
Punish.
Oh my gosh, we're calling the Skyfish. Hammer is out with the 6-2-4 catches. The backdash there. Both players playing. Oh man.
Literally just came out swinging with that coffin. I dare you to crouch again. It's not going to miss.
Wow, what a cool combo. No, I thought we were going to see the triple hammer launch. Unfortunately, we didn't. But we got hundreds, tons out on the board. Ooh.
Straight into the drone. Nah, you can't mix at me.
Oh.
See, that doesn't work anymore. You can't do that anymore.
We were talking about some of the unfortunate changes that happened to Goldlewis, but I feel like Faust is definitely one of the characters that got hit the hardest. The worst reversal in the game, and you can't PRC it. If you're 2K safe chat that, oh, it's a bad super. Zero, what do you do?
I can't, it's interesting because some characters I feel like maybe that was their thing, right? There's a whole 4-leaf clover going on. I feel like maybe Faust doesn't deserve that universal change. Everyone else gets it, but not Faust. But we need that even rule across the board. Maybe that's too much, you know? If I gotta suffer, you do too, Faust. That's all there is. 5K interaction, 100 tons, does get smacked on.
Ara mix 6 comboed in a Lurry, being a little more aggressive than we've seen in these previous 2 matches. Break the wall now. Questioning if it was the right choice, as Red does have 100 tension on deck.
Try to stay airborne as long as we could. That did not work out.
The back throw. Get a free item toss, and it's Mini Faust. What an item to pull.
We've had that in our pocket for a long time, that 100 tons.
A nice pickup here from Lurry coupling into the super. Now I know this does no damage. And I know almost has a lot of guts. But surely with that extra wall break hit. No! There's no way. There's no way. It didn't kill it. We'll get a reversal super back. It does have a U0. It does.
That's tough.
I'm so proud of you. Mini Faust on deck. We got bombs. Good lord. Gotta set both of them full screen.
Oh!
Yep.
Well, what did we say? Right before the match started, of course, the item combos are in existence for Lurry. No shot. You go for the wild assault, it works out. JD, kids coming out for recess. This is a Lurry round.
Bob is on the table. You have to block what's coming. Trumpet is on deck. Oh, we're running up for the air throw. Lurry is definitely feeling himself there. Oh my goodness. I'm not gonna, Lurry, if you ever make like a player highlight reel, I feel like that round has to go on there, right? Maybe the end of the next round, last round into this one. Definitely, that is a Faust round if I've ever seen one.
All the items were there.
Everything. Comboing off of the hole-in-one because of the bob is definitely the cherry on top. I feel like it's just that extra bit of combo I wish Faust could get every time.
My fish, unfortunate timing for your warp.
Mini Faust out again, and 100 tons stabbing you out of that Skyfish.
Let's get the bomb back. Another
Mini Faust! And he thought one Afro wasn't enough. Oh my goodness, there is another one. And it gets reapplied because the timer ran out. Now you have to block here. Playing so quickly. We're almost connected.
It's connected. The coffin. Behemoth Typhoon. Trumpet in favor of Red. This is going to be a big combo. Great conversion to get the shatter. Not enough to get the meter.
I like that preemptive 2-4-8 in order to catch a K-Crow. As we saw there, the 2P backing it up.
You no. Check. Oh, watch a bomb.
There's another one on top of you.
Block the JD trade. Nice round for Red.
Lurry's playing like he doesn't have a care in the world, and I think that's just the kind of energy you need to bring here. Max charge. Take ping plus another meteor on deck. We're not even gonna go into it. That was the 17th layer. I want to comment on that later. DRC, where the mix. Try to farm back some of that burst gauge. And we confirm into a super 50-50 here. Guess for your life, and that's wrong.
Nothing but a meteor storm here. Here we go. Red closes out. Does get the 2K. Jumping behemoth.
Oh man.
Not could block. No hook, right and sinker. The mini Faust still gonna come back. You're gonna have to hold this pressure. What a miss. And there was so much visual noise, you couldn't quite see what scarecrow that Lurry was going into. Block, still a small life lead. Wild Assault, watch the bomb.
Oh my goodness. Another bomb on top of you. Have to block. Trumpet on there as well. The minions that will black you up.
So we got the block stuff. We're good there. Crush again. Bomb bag. All the items. This is the new wave of Zato.
It's gonna be having 100 tension. Yep, there it is. The burn it down, but we pulled the mini Faust exactly what we need. Oh! That wasn't
trying to close the gap. Does get the trumpet. Just one final touch. Oh my goodness, how many wild? That was 3 wild assaults alone for Red.
Oh my god, the 2K press are comboing into mix, carring into another one. Not enough damage even after the OTG, but we have enough needed for a super mini Faust on deck, but no! We J2K slightly too early and Lurry runs into the Thunderbird. My goodness! Unorthodox, but we saw the danger that they were both planning for, right? Especially on the red side, being a little preemptive with the Behemoth Typhoons and the buttons in order to just catch the teleports.
Here we go, opposite side of loser side. It's gonna be QueenKoa versus Macho. Axl, the time-traveling warrior, up against Macho and Asuka. Shotgun blast, hold the corner, couple stocks to reset. Macho already started the snowball effect here for this corner play. I don't know. How does Axl handle so much of this? We do have some options, like 5P might be a solid button to go for some of these cubes, but for the most part, I feel like a lot of these buttons from Axl are going to take a bit of time recovering to try to keep that type of play up, or at least challenge against Asuka here. No mana on deck. Needs a recharge.
Good wild assault. Go in for a nice strike throw situation. Nice block on the overhead. Oh. Gotta get a little greedy and go for a second one. It's not gonna work, unfortunately. 2 Screamer Metrons on deck. Oh, a slingshot our way out of the corner. I didn't like that choice.
Oh, run up, no counter hit, but that was absolutely terrifying. We still got the finish. Round for Macho. Tries to get a 6-speed. Good hand that we had to start things off. See if we can utilize it though. That tornado gonna lock you in for corner.
Going into the one vision, draining the mana. This might be extra damage I thought we would have got. But a nice reset with the snail. It's gonna be more than enough to secure a perfect there. QueenKoa. Get out of reverse there. I kind of like the option. I also like the change of character. I'm going for A.B.A. Unfortunate counter if your name is Macho. Mana might get broken, not just barely, not enough. Actually. Oh. And the run up low, yeah. Wait, is that a double perfect 0?
I think it was.
Wait a second. I'm not gonna lie. I think switching to a secondary in top 8, but also getting a double perfect is insanely impressive. But Macho, we've seen if our earlier sets have anything to go off of against Charlotte, Macho could definitely adjust to let's call them quote unquote bad matchups.
I think that's fair. You're not wrong. Corner position again, though. Good onslaught of hard pressure. Available and stocked up this close slash. You know, as an Asuka player, you gotta love the fact that you're saving so much mana for just abusing your opponent in the corner. I can't believe you blocked that. I didn't even see Macho teleport. I'm gonna be so real. Lurry lost it. I know what this means. Yo, I didn't. How do you have my soul to give away in the first place?
Wait.
I've been looking for that for ages.
Wait. that transaction is void. There's nothing to give out. Well, we're gonna take the burst over here on Macho here. Macho with the sliver of HP. Oh my god!
You're dead. You don't even get to play anymore. It's over. No.
That is the most nothing personal kid-ass clip I've ever seen in my life. What?
You're dead. You cannot play Guilty Gear anymore. It's over.
Switch to A.B.A. Oh my god. Gonna run up there deep. No mana on deck though. We have Wildest on in case we want to kill some time with the knockdown. To be more than enough. Yep, another Metro on Pagio backing us up and letting us combo off of the tap. That's unfortunately a little too slow with it.
I hit regular jump, but the rule of Google exchange in fighting is about to apply here.
Okay.
That rule being, if you do something cool, you lose. You can't do something cool in a fight, otherwise you will lose. And that tone is already being set right now. Macho down around, burst off the table.
I had to go for the reset, using that second little bit of damage off of it to gain some extra mana back.
Plantier. Still to the cubes. Good block on the tap dust. Yo, air fireball. It's a wrap. That's a round and a game. Macho 1-all.
My goodness, tying it up like that is ridiculous. Especially, you know, maybe, hey, maybe we're breaking the laws of equivalent exchange here. I don't know, Zero.
I guess. That was insane. I'm still thinking about it. The teleport, instant transmission behind you to defeat the most Dragon Ball action I've ever seen in my life. Quite the 5P. I was wondering how often you get to see that utilized here. It does snipe right through.
Air dash going straight in there. Koa not actually ready to snipe Macho out of the air for doing so. Double teleports on deck, ready for the jump out. PRC keeping herself safe. He attempts here.
Good OTG pickup.
Yes, only gonna get that wall break, and you gotta think about the post wall break. Definitely a scary spot if you're Macho. You have teleport and chaotic option. You don't have two great spells. Oh my goodness! Wait, I thought we baited that. I looked away for 1 second.
It was button right on top of it there.
Okay. Super unfortunate, no punish on the whiff throw. Certainly gonna get wall broken here. Not enough mana to cast half of our spell as well. I'm gonna squeeze our way in, and Koa recognizing that catches you with the throw. Nice block on the overhead. Tornado keeping you in the corner. Good block on double overhead once again. I beat a ball too.
Nice. Whoa.
Wow.
Quite the throw. All right, 2-1. I don't know, Gummy. I don't know.
It's looking pretty good here for QueenKoa. Definitely super confident with the Axl pick. Now maybe Macho has something else on a second character they want to bring out. Maybe.
You got the did something cool curse on you right now.
Yeah, you might be right on that. Listen, okay. We're sticking through with the Asuka.
Oh boy. All right, so we'll try to lock this in here. 2-1 lead for QueenKoa. Slash is the round start. The 5P to call out the anti-air, denying the aerial approach. GH's great blocks from Macho. Oh, 1581 contribution from Dragonfly to the match arena. Thank you so very much. We're going to send an even 240, which means we're $60 away from a top 4 payout.
Inching closer and closer, guys. Tell you what, if somebody donates 20, I'll match that. Let's get these players played.
It's all up to the people at home.
Uh-oh. I saw an exclamation point. Alright, huge counter hits over here. Macho, no mana. We're just gonna
throw!
Oh, shit! Oh my goodness.
Equivalent exchange.
Yep. You get $20, I get $20.
You can't do something. Remember, the greatest historical equivalent exchange of fighting games. Evo 37. Daigo does the parry. Coolest thing you've ever seen.
Right.
Lost that set.
Absolutely. Definitely seeing it happen here. Macho on their last limbs here.
High out. Evo 38. Just use the most useless button. Pretty cool. Lost that set.
True. Oh my goodness!
All will be equal in the world of fighting games. You do something cool, you die for it. You can't be cool.
Almost beeping her cool ashy OTGs with the 2H to close it out. 3-1 over Macho. Definitely a super scary set, but an exciting one nonetheless.
Dollars total in the match. We're $30 away from the top 4 payout.
Inching closer and closer. Thank you very much.
Here we are. RedIAmNot versus Domi. Hi, coming from Domi. A little bit of the backup character. We've seen the bounce back and forth with these two.
Oh my goodness.
Nice vapor thrust. We'll put the jump dust. Gonna be a great button to shut down. A heavy stun edge. Betting the house on the go to get. If you bet 12 million channel points, I swear to God, who's got this? Okay, good. Was that real? You almost no, it was. I remember. Never mind. Never mind. Don't open it up, chat. Never mind.
Yep, you remember. Yep. Catching the backdash there, the recovery with the throw. Nice backdash is wow! Wow!
I was getting worried. I wasn't sure if that would interact the way it did because it was very close to the drone. Fortunately, immediately clashed with it.
Nice. Huge counter hits. Again here going into ride the lightning. Kurenai is not gonna kill. Leaving red with a sliver of HP. Tapped us though. The round closer all reliable.
Another corner carry. Oh yes, indeed. A little bit more than that. Hold on.
Definitely a ton of health. My goodness! Yeah, that's a lot of damage over there. RedIAmNot closing that one out pretty quick and going with the swift 1-0 lead. Domi actually swap it over to the Kai, you know. I see the vision with it. You definitely don't want to be a little bit reliant on a stamina gauge if you're going to be playing. Nope, never mind. We see it right here. Just like you see Fei Lin contributing $20. Oh my goodness, into the pot. I think with that, we are at $290, just $10 more.
$10 in to match it. 20 from Gummy to match it. Kept my word, Sag.
I'm closing Macho Reno.
Never looking at it again.
Nope. Nice.
Statter, hard knockdown here. Domi looking better off than we did in that first round. Kind of a terrible pick, but I think obviously we see the comfort in Kiske for this one here. At least starting off, guard cancel, does get the push back for corner. 2S not going to work. Missed the throw, we got a button first instead.
Throw. Are you guessing for your life here? It's going to be high or low. We have a plus on block option. Good block on the low.
If only Beak Driver would clash with the drone. Only. Song does get the immediate burst. Not close up to challenge on the drone. That would have been nice if we got the hit just outside that maximum range.
We're going to build up, potentially getting up the super, taking I think over 40% of the health bar. Goldlewis is a chunky boy. You got to put a lot of work to deplete that health gauge. Oh, and we're going to cash out into another one immediately. No clean it this time. I'm going to reset the situation.
Guard crush. Where are you going? Just stay in this corner, please. Oh, try to sneak up the whip punish. Great call to go for the PRC to interrupt. 5P shuts down the Thunderbird.
Oh!
Oh, no.
Yeah, I like it. I actually respect it. We saw last time there was an air throw when a Roman cancel slowdown happened. This time Red tried to outsmart. But Domi outsmarted the outsmart outplay.
That's a great call too, because Domi had done JP, had done air throw attempt a couple of times there. It was successful. So surely the next time it's going to be another throw. I mean, gosh. Yeah, like you said, not a bad call to go for that gold burst. Was not unfounded, just did not go the way you wanted it to. Guard crushed a corner here. What a good run here. We got the L hunt for corner position. Try to beak driver challenge the drone. The side swap.
Ice cream on deck, building us a little bit of extra tension, leading to that Roman cancel. Ooh. Offense immediately.
Try to get the 5H to interrupt.
Oh my goodness! The damage on this combo with the super, no doubt about it. That's gonna kill. What's this next round though? R/slash is the round start, beating up the 5P Aurora Borealis. It's happening. The mix-up is inevitable. Oh my God!
Just committed to the burst, but my God, still gonna finish the job. Red, a perfect round, 2-1 lead.
You know, I'm sure the Goldlewis community has a word for that kind of round. You know, I know the Aurora Borealis, that specific mix-up going for the cross-up aerial behemoth typhoon, but the situation after, oh my gosh, I didn't know the reward you got off of that.
I just say, hey, you got guilty geared. I mean,
yeah, that is a guilty gear round. That's a good call.
Oh, 2P. Got our burst, excellent burst, because it holds that corner. And you still got this reward for it. It's crazy.
Yeah, opting not to spend the burst or the tension there. I kind of like the idea. Maybe fish out for that burst. Domi spending all resources available to try and inch our way in closer to a victory, but Red was ready with a 2P.
Answer back for at least this round. He's chasing with the 5H a little too far. Let's get a couple behemoths. Blocking it down with that Thunderbird here. Since we got this guard crush, it's still not going to be your turn. Nice delay into another behemoth.
Ooh. My goodness, yo, had to burst it. What a spot to do it. No way Red could have burst baited their DP to catch up the 2S startup. 50 tension, we have some stamina available as well because we want to go for a mix-up. Oh my
shot. No shot.
You know, listen, I gotta tell you, Zero. Last week I saw Red pull that trick out, and I was really wondering if they were gonna pull it out against Lurry, but no.
How often we're able to find those gaps. We saw it kind of early on, but I think the negative factor is that we didn't quite have enough Jealous Rage throughout the set to keep going into those Danzais. And that's going to be tricky. If you're caught blocking for an extended period against Zato, the goal is to deny that Jealous Rage resources, get the key grab. Oh, and the challenge begins. See, in the block state, so now we're denying a lot of that Jealous Rage. If you can't open up Calamari, then it's all for naught here. Just stand block the whole way through for sure.
Nice close. That's Kara key grab, ensuring that we don't whip it. 6P is the answer to the jump, and I respect it, but that caught the backdash. Can't stop QueenKoa from going into the Jealous Rage. Like the attempt to bait out the burster with the empty 2K, but yeah, do more than enough damage off that one normal giveaway.
Shatter. Big counter hit. Strong lead to go into this round here for Calamari.
And by hell, locking you down. Doesn't want to block the low. Off for a YRC, and I kind of like that. Spends that extra counter in time to go into the Jealous Rage. Oh my god, back to
QueenKoa, just hold on to this burst for the next round here. Yeah, let's not get goaded into spending.
tied up in rounds, tied up in burst. Blue Wild Assault keeping the combo going pretty consistently here now. QueenKoa doing a really good job of catching out Eddie. Wow, just that Drunker Shade again. It's huge counter hits, getting as many hits as possible to build up as much gauge as we go into this next area here with the Wall Shatter. Oh my goodness, PRC, gotta keep yourself safe there, because you were in for a world of trouble. Huge command grab here from Calamari's and refilling the 80 gauge. Nice bait on the gold burst. Unfortunately, we drop our punish. The PRC by giving us some false hope, thinking we can get some sort of combo there, maybe some opportunity to fight back. But Calamari keeping the gap a little too tightly. Not gonna give QueenKoa a chance to fight out. Yes. Kind of like what we're seeing here. A lot of the 2S's coming out from QueenKoa. It's actually just amazing stuff, right? Even if the button itself doesn't have a ton of recovery, so you definitely can just throw it out a few times. And I kind of like that QueenKoa is not shying away from doing so. But nice blocks on the mix-up, on the low, running it back, but eventually Pierce is going to get you, and Calamari is going to bait your first, leaving you with just a sliver here. Post wall break, hard knockdown. Now you got to block for your life. YRC, I respect the option.
Chase down though in this Jealous Rage. You only have a little bit left in the tank. He needed the hit, and Calamari denies it. It's one of those last-ditch efforts, right? That Hail Mary call with low resources. Try to get that next sequence going. Oh, like a 2S. That's max range there.
Ooh, man grab whipped. Unfortunately, we had a pose to back us up in case a situation like that happened. Nice! I like that. Comboing into the air key grab. Gonna go on for so long, gonna kill a lot of time, especially with this extra hard knockdown. Maybe just enough time. Calamari needs to kill the rest of that Jealous Rage. Seems to be the case.
Shatter. There's the burst, waiting ever so patiently for it.
Fishing for it super hard, but I've always heard that, you know, very patient fishermen are definitely rewarded. And right there, definitely rewarded with a burst, securing the game. Strong lead to 2-0. QueenKoa, we do know that she has that Axl as well. And maybe we're going to see it, but maybe we might stick with the A.B.A. Nonetheless, I'm excited to see what choice we make here.
I'd be shocked if we switch. I would, yeah, of course, stick with it. Yeah, it's insane to switch at this point because like QueenKoa is like doing fine with A.B.A. is just trying to deal with a lot of that pressure from Zato, and again like trying to balance that resource of Jealous Rage is so important. It's just Calamari has great ways of denying against any other character. Like A.B.A. can really start to snowball, but the fact that you have backup from Eddie, like we've been saying earlier, it's that tag team where even though I'm out of the space that is optimal for Zato, I have Eddie to back me up, and we're seeing that here. Even after the burst, full conversion, Excalibur for hard knockdown, we've not even had an opportunity to pop this Rage yet.
Let's see. Oh. The air though, sending you full screen. I really like the Calamari is not immediately playing to aggression, just walking full screen and letting QueenKoa decide what is the approach that she must take in order to try to close the gap.
The big call there was the oppose. We see that QueenKoa really telegraphing their approach with the IAD. So why not just sit right on top of my oppose? We had to hit it. Beautiful 2S. Converts right in that key grab, and now we get that ball rolling. Ooh. Okay, so we did recharge. Just go for Shatter.
Counter hits too. Gonna break the wall here. Yeah, it's such an unfortunate spot. You do have 100 tension though if you try to do a reversal super when you have the chance. And speak of the devil.
The block, yeah, with no meter available on the side of QueenKoa outside of tension. We have our burst. Trying to make a beautiful snipe on Eddie.
Fortunate there was no combo afterwards, but I like the attempt nonetheless. Going immediately into Jealous Rage, trying not to give Calamari an opportunity to bait the first the throw. It's the first time we've seen this option represented so far.
That's the thing, we've been pretty like kind of one note with a lot of that corner pressure where QueenKoa is opt for highs only. We didn't go for every jump, we didn't go for a low. We saw in that first game against Calamari, it was just nothing but highs, and still actually finding a way around that oppose. Shocked we didn't go for a run-up throw against the oppose, but a shimmy, downside, a big damage. Reset for key grab. Okay, there it is.
You know, I kind of like the choice here, yeah. Calamari doesn't have just enough tension maybe to YRC, so we have a mix-up opportunity if we get in. We'd rather break the wall with full... Calamari did back up full screen, and now it's like you never broke the wall, and your back is to the corner, and that Jealous Rage is about to end, but not if we get the second hit of it to connect. Such a risk that she took, and she was rewarded kindly. QueenKoa coming back. Small lead, inching ever so closely to that losers finals. Or losers semi, I should say.
that's your first game on the board. So much work ahead of you. But I think it is about, again, like I keep saying, optimizing our rage meter. We've not really kind of juggled that very well throughout this sequence quite yet because it's been denied so much. But there are some situations where we see shatters where QueenKoa could opt for just resetting outside of Jealous Rage and then converting back in with the key grab, especially when you have that timing off shatter. But so often we just kind of commit to keep that sequence going, or we feel like we're high enough in the Jealous Rage anyways to keep pressing through, so we don't go for those resets. Applause for the corner. No reversal right now. We need to build up on those resources. So YRC, right? This is the state that you kind of keep pressuring against A.B.A, because without any resources, we could go for deflect shield, but Zato gets to be a bully here.
Definitely the domain expansion. Nice block on the tap dust. Swords coming out once again. Block on the overhead. The frog reset. Oh my goodness.
Getting that YRC I was talking about, but invite hell denies the forward approach. So just jump in. We can corner and carry. Nice. Key grab. Brilliant timing.
Just as the rage was about to end. Yeah, I'm gonna save the burst for the next round. Calamari was definitely baiting it pretty hard.
So much fear in this opponent too. It's so fascinating. Just like
I mean, it's definitely a wall that stops all hits, and if you're a character like A.B.A, who's on a timer when you're on your DLC raid, definitely don't want to get in unless it's for a burst state like that. Okay, QueenKoa. That's blocking the overhead. Roman cancel, make it safe. One for left and rights. One of those overhead, and the second hit of the record's gonna find its mark with a ton of damage. Oh my gosh. Ever so closely to that 2-in-2 tiebreaker that I'm sure QueenKoa wants. Calamari has the burst advantage. QueenKoa, danger penalty already. Not where you want to be, especially if you get hit with this tap dust. To be on that floor a little bit longer than usual because of the super.
Here, sir. Does go for the guard crush. Brilliant block here. Not losing track of Zato was a key factor. And we're not FDing here because we're trying to build up for a YRC opportunity, but got opened up. Just not quite the round.
Do or die here. Going into the install. Now, because you air block this, it is less plus than normal, but you still get a mix up afterwards. Gold burst in the air!
Yes. If we didn't, because we didn't get that gold burst, we were about to run on Jealous Rage. That was going to be a darn near checkmate scenario. Range 50-50 opportunity. It's when the inevitable pushback happens, when the full screen scenario happens, that's when things are going to get a little tricky for Walter. We've seen this set before, so kick things off. Catches the back after 5K. We aren't jumping out with JS. There's JH. First away. We've got our launcher here. Pixie character going to receive a ton of damage, get that full reload because of Deus Ex.
Positive bonus leads you to be in a much stronger position. You have to be a little more bold with your offense. And the run-up 6S is definitely the way to show it that you're being bold. Post-nerf.
2 tap dust into gunshot. Unfortunate. Nice, catching the backdash, a little bit too early.
Nice.
Jack says that's enough. A 2 throws, not only the air but the ground throw.
No bullets in the chamber. BRC to maintain some pressure. Whoa, snuck in some extra bullets there. Completely understand Walter's being afraid. Dropping the combo intentionally to get some of that concentration back. I kind of like this.
Hold on, A.B.A has an AP, bro. She got doing Jealous Rage. Anyways, Jack with the game up.
Listen, We talked about it while we had some data. Lava is like my favorite rage baiter over on the YouTube chat side of things, dude. It's so amazing. But that was a pretty smooth sailing first game over here from Jack. Walter definitely has a lot more tricks that we can see, and it's looking like the skies are not safe. We talked about the Capel being a useful option, but we just got air thrones. We gotta wonder, are we gonna keep the win or are we gonna offer different focus?
Side swap? No, it's definitely a DP, bro. It literally is DP. With an armor point. Gunshot for the guard crush, though? Ah, you can't be hair carring that far. Come on now.
Oh, no concentration. The gun was out. No threat of the bullets. A positive bonus, refreshing some of those resources back. Definitely more than enough damage to kill here.
I mean, I can't believe we took aim on the whole slide. You can't be sliding at somebody. Like, it's like when you try to slide in Call of Duty, you think you're slick, and then just get obliterated for it.
No, do not. Are you calling Walter a movement shooter?
Hey,
I kind of dig it though. You know, you got like Jack holding his ground here with the steady aim, and Walter definitely moving all around. I kind of see the vision.
Immediate burst. Walter trying to thread the needle here. Oh, the double backdash. Trying to goad Walter into that forward approach.
Check on the throw there, 50 tension available, using it for a slingshot. Wild assault, not enough corner carry unfortunately, but the 2K will catch the low attempt, or maybe a jump out attempt. Not sure what that was, but nonetheless, we kept it safe, kept the pressure tight. Jack is gonna keep the lead with a 2-0 so far.
It's just, I know this is Walter's character, right? But I know we have an alternative.
Yeah, I saw.
And I know we're still sticking with Millia.
Okay, listen, I was really hoping that we saw, you know, the little Lucy. I know we talked about it earlier, but seeing that the UI for hacking is the same is actually had me so excited. I was like, whoa,
So,
is that
you know,
thing
her gunshot is literally the name of the gun that she's using, which is a gun in Cyberpunk.
I did not know that. I'm
It's
gonna look
called
at the new right
Unity,
now.
and it's a regular model that you will pick up later. It was actually my favorite model gun in Cyberpunk. That's my
Okay.
Away though. Right, stagger with the 5K open up here. Stank had been applied with no resources in terms of gunshots. We're talking about Jackie. We don't need single bullets all we need with the 6 peak and a couple more rounds.
Be setting here into a nice little high-low situation once again in the middle of the answer. Maybe trying to bait out a throw or some sort of button. Success, more than enough damage to kill, especially with that XL wall breaking damage on Jack. Sitting pretty comfortably here on set point, looking to make their way into the winner's side of grand finals. Is saying no to that. 50% of your health gone already.
That's the biggest ship I've ever seen. The 2S!
DRC.
Did you drift out of fear? It was a drift out of fear. That man threatened me with blur. I don't want to be anywhere near it. What a 5K. Interrupt the approach. We got resources to go for the Deus Ex, of course. Just a full reload. It's looking dire for Ramlethal. It is looking dire. Let's open up. Here's our burst. Okay. Y'all, do you realize that Jack's a villain? It's I don't know if I've watched enough Jack to realize there's a certain attitude shift when Jack knows they are in control. Left is getting paid tonight because we got $310 in that match arena. So thank you so much for all the direct contributions. We can still go further. The full top 6 payout, even if we get to the $600 tier.
Nice. Oh, shut the typhoon. That's a bigger name. We got Skyfish coming out with the mini gun, trying to kill Eddie pretty early on, taking the hard knockdown with the 684.
Nice rush again. Wait. I thought we had maybe one more interaction. I apologize. Nope. We were dying.
2 PB showing it's such a strong buddy getting being a pretty reliable anti-hero so far, right? Not even just against Calamari here, but against Faust in the previous set.
Ooh. Did we quit break the law?
I think so.
Because wait.
Oh my goodness. There's no way, right? No, definitely not going to cover. When the YRC, though, some of those changes you talked about, like way earlier on. Such a beautiful. It was such a beautiful change, allowing Calamari to get started here. Eddie Gage about 50% through, but we're gonna quickly shortcut our way to completion here with the Sword Super.
Oh, that should have snapped. It'll kill Eddie, that's for sure.
That's the command grab just for that extra bit of damage, just in case. No punish on it though.
That's actually scary. That's a great point. I assumed, and then I was like, no, there wasn't.
No, I looked, there was no punish. Guys, 2P catching, trying to bait a little, or burst a little early. Oh, Mari is playing this so amazingly so far, re-upping our Eddie gauge with our super. Now we're again in the same situation, post-wall break, setting up the Pierce, trying to bait out another super.
Man, this change, so chat, walk with me for a second here. We're trying to remove about 4 years of muscle memory because we're so used to being able to 2P that piercer between the delay. Now that's off the table because at any given moment, Eddie's doing something different that will stop you or punish you from your 2P. And that makes Zato all the more terrifying, that you have 4 years of muscle memory embedded into your play. Granted, not necessarily 4 years because you're really running into like 2 Zatos at any given time. So now you have to change, flip the script. You're so used to just, that's the thing.
You're so right. It's even add on to that. There was a whole year where there were no Zato players. They all disappeared. They went into the caves hiding, hibernating for this season, but they got all the buffs. Kind of crazy. It was extra hard to get those matches in.
Oh, nice. The BSC.
Nice frog taking me to the corner here, setting up the opposed. Actually blow up Thunderbird there. I really like that. That was actually such a smart choice there by Calamari. What a smart choice by Red, using a Behemoth Typhoon to beat out the 16. Uh-oh. They cash out with our tension, but the reset's gonna be more than enough. Red up around him, pretty comfortable with the burst.
Nice, does get the Sharknado. 5P. We're still trying to press. Commander, you got caught. Right, stagger pressure continues here. Keep the plus frames with the Excalibur. And this is getting dire, right? One little gap with that command grab. Get the close slash counter hit again. What is Red trying to do between these sequences after command grabs?
I guess the answer was a YRC. It gets beat by Calamari. Definitely want to call that one out. Definitely an excellent play. Nice. Oh my goodness, we are mashing back to back. Definitely trying to get those 2 Ps out the anti-air. Also reliable, but also reliably leaves you vulnerable as well with these jump hits if you're not timing it correctly.
Jumping away. Good challenge. Drunkard Shade, good block. Sits right on top of the oppose. Brilliant play. Neo Judai, thank you so much for the raid. Greatly appreciate it.
For all of you guys joining, we are in the middle of a hot set. RedIAmNot versus calamarikurusu as Red gets a 6-8-4. Huge knockdown here for them. Huge situation for them in the corner as we spend some security gauge and we whip punish with a 2K. Really fishing for this bait here on the burst, but 2D, excellent spot to burst out. We bait out the deflect shield there. Calamari calling it out, and Red definitely regretting their choices now that we're down another game, giving Calamari a 2-0 lead.
It's gonna be very difficult to try to fight your way out of these corners. These setups here with Zato, so tricky to navigate. Only 2-0 in this loser semis. Last opportunity. How does Red try to turn the tide? Last time these two cross paths, again, as we called out, Calamari with that 3-0 victory over Red, and it looks like it's about to be a repeat. And this is just how things have changed, right? Just simply allowing more defensive options off a guard crush kind of changes that Goldlewis matchup a little bit. On top of that, the set play potential of Zato makes it all the more difficult to really kind of deal with this thing defensively.
Definitely right, and we're definitely seeing the reward that Calamari is getting off of those situations where we're putting Red in such a sticky spot here. Super unfortunate attempt on the throw tech there. 5H, huge counter hits, getting the burst from Red, using it offensively. Now your back is to the corner, blocking a fuzzy, or attempting to block a fuzzy. Get the wall break here. 50 tension over on Calamari's end. Are we going to spend it on a sword super? I think the answer might be yes. Or, okay, I was hoping for a Morpheus, but no, sword super is definitely the bread and butter here.
Lots of applause here. And there it is. The Piercer gets the overhead. Return. Applause again. See, you are fighting literal demons. Look at this. Break the law. I don't care about laser beams. I don't care about projectiles. None of that. The oppose, leapfrog, defend for your life. I'm still going to fight to chip away what's left of your tension. And does succeed with a quick low.
Oh my goodness, that was so scary. You definitely had to block there for your life. Your tension was only draining. Calamari definitely opted to close in there with the break the law buff. Now we get a knockdown, and Red is to the corner. You need to guess for game at this point, because any hit will probably lead into a hard knockdown. But definitely will be catchable with punish. Recovery on a move. Sword super comes out. It's not going to kill, but we are putting Red in a very sticky situation once again. Pierce gets hit by the second one, sets out the pineapple. And the oppose will be there to block the Behemoth Typhoon. Calamari taking it 3-0. Would have won. That's it if they played.
That's the thing. Top 48 gets insane. I say that every time for a TNS Guilty Gear bracket. That top 48 literally could just be filled with killers, and any of them could make a top 8 here. But it is nice to see that cycle of different names cycling through top 8 as we get Calamari up against Walter. And clearly Calamari has been blessed by Zato changes. I feel like Zato's everywhere kind of celebrating, but right now it doesn't seem that way. This Walter's cooking right now. Winger?
Nice. It's gonna set up into the disc, trying to jump out, but also will catch your attempt. I was trying to bait the throw there. I really respect the attempt, and we not fish it out that time around. Going into the sword, super refreshing those resources. Not only Eddie, but the burst and the tension as well. back into the corner. YRC is the option. Get out.
How did Invite Hell extend that much further?
Hell, super active. Oh, we got caught out by the second hit of Pierce. Super unfortunate. Walter definitely took a bad hit there in terms of the resource war. Nice, adding that extra bit of damage. Calm, little 50% on Millia. No biggie. Navigating neutral here. I like that, using the turbo fall and the compel to really stuff 2 anti-aero taps. Bad Moon will combo into. Wow, hold on, wait a minute. Artemis doing a chunk of damage there. That extra wall break damage for sure leading into a kill.
Slash liftoff does have enough resources for a hard knockdown, and certainly that state. Who draws first blood, I think, will really set the tone for the rest of this. Lose finals catching our backdash. Oh, called out the burst.
Oh, gosh. What a call out there from Walter. Getting a pretty big one too, a pretty rewarding one, getting us a game on the board already, so close. And we're inching ever so close to that rematch there with Jack. Wait, no breaks in between.
It'll be interesting if we get the rematch with Jack. Does Jack keep the same energy going into grand finals?
100%, right? I feel like you have to at that point.
I don't know. We'll see. JH. Ooh. Surviving the 6P, but not going to get the connection. Side swap does work out.
Right.
Wow. 5K really going to start things off here. Same side. I thought it was going to be a side swap there.
Oh my goodness. Once again, the cross up. It's so tricky. It's the scariest mix-up in the game, no doubt. Going into the Pierce. Trying to meet Walter in the air. I actually like that attempt there.
Yeah, pretty close for that air grab for sure. IBFD, just to keep close to that corner. Van Dash actually going to get things opened up against Calamari. Clears the oppose. I think we ended up swapping to a next command that the oppose went down. Otherwise, it should have been absorbed.
Stuck overhead there with the bad moon. Not going for the second time. Not getting a hit though. I like it. We're not actually spending meter. There was no punish. So also didn't have a use to spend the meter. Oh, slash anti-air. Sniping Calamari out of the air. Giving us a solid 2-0 lead. Now, we've seen a lot of these before, but we've definitely seen comeback stories. Calamari and Walter in the winner's side definitely went to a game 5. Now, I believe I believe that can happen, and we had some Calamari believers in the chat. Now, honestly, if you're a Calamari believer, if you put points on this set, by the way, you might want to lend some of that energy. Definitely needed here.
It's going to be interesting to stop this momentum. The oppose sat right on top of it. That's the thing of it, though. Gotta be careful putting buttons in there. A throw would have been really ideal, but the challenge is how quickly Calamari covered on top of that oppose. YRC getting plenty of room to reset the neutral, but still gonna get opened up.
Ah.
Yeah, it does rebuild Eddie Gage. Walter setting up with that disc. Oki, YRC again, get the space. Piercer. Nice Capel to close the gap here. And again, run up oppose just in the nick of time here, but it would have been run up throw.
I like the attempt to to the PRC backwards there, but no, we got the startup of Capel. Great
phased.
I feel like, what do I say? I feel like a lot of folks maybe just, like I called out earlier, are used to like older tendencies of Zato, or just not familiar with like running into Zato in a particular way, right? Because like folks are falling into this opposed situation, kind of watching it pop out, just go, I don't know really how to interact with that scenario. It is a showstopper, right? Because now it's opposed into, what does Eddie do after oppose? You have to watch out.
Open up with the
Nice
low.
reversal.
And it finds his mark winger. Wait, the counter hits slow down, allowed for another 5K to connect. Walter. Well, then preempt the JP to catch the frog star up. There's the JKs that we saw so early on.
Oh no! Walter, miss input, doesn't get the shatter. We send a winger anyways. Don't forget about the dive.
What?
I felt like the second hit was going to connect there. Of course, you forgot. Oh, I love it.
So unfortunate, but this could be the break that Walter needs. Calamari has burst on the table, not choosing to use it here, but saving it for the post-wall break situation. Walter gets their own burst gauge back with positive bonus, refreshing the same situation. You're mixing up in the corner. Your life is lying on the line, Calamari.
Block the burst. It's a good call out there. We already spent that RC. That's a perfect round. And Walter with an excellent call back there. That's where we can really start to go for those jump interactions to kind of call things out. But we'll see who gets that ball rolling first is going to be very important.
Duel 1.
And Jack is certainly the one to get a round start opening gambit. I mean, already pulled out the gun to round start.
As IBFD, wow, wait to the air grab. Shutting down the compelled mind game super early on in the set. Getting the burst from Walter at the same time.
Pushing with the 5K. Yeah, waiting for the RC. That's why we didn't see a challenge after the hair car for the first one. The second. Let's get that RC. Watch it. Stank applied. But the movement, very important for Walter, so we don't get locked on. And Jack still finds a way. Sneaks in a throw. Jumping with no bullets. We don't need him. Oh, jeez. JS. Open. 2P not going to connect. Air throw again.
Wow. One bullet in the chamber. Better than none, but we have to make the most of it, and we do. Oh, so unfortunate. That's actually a rare scenario of the 2S recovery nerfs showing play.
Yeah, very important to take advantage of that clash with another button press. A moment of caution from Walter. Doesn't want to quickly challenge the 5P. Doesn't anti-air. That's a conversion for Walter to get the finish.
What? Wow, what a combo there to secure the kill. Walter snatching that round back from Jack. But almost a full burst available, which will definitely be useful for this round as we try to maintain our lead.
Pressure. Yeah, you gotta remember, gunshot's gonna back that up. Until they're out of bullets, you kind of have to hold that pressure. But that's the fear, because you're looking for that roll opportunity that Jack has so often showcased. Nice, perfect. That's when you want to pull the trigger for a throw attempt, and we do see that. It's pretty overwhelming. We do get the disc set up. Another knockdown. Brilliant left-right with the Artemis. Side swap again. Bad move gets blocked, and we go for the double overhead compel. There's your burst. Tons of work for Jack with DomiWurld just getting the 50. Ooh, see, the denial was there. Just a little bit too early from Jack. The true reversal of all Millia players, the 2P.
Both of these characters have something in common. They love mashing their 2P, especially when the situation gets very sticky. Walter taking up 1-0 already. Dang, that's... Okay, it's a strong start to have against Jack, but we do need a heck of a lot more games. We're slowly inching our way into that reset, though, going into game number 2 here, Grand Finals.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Part of this. Whoa.
Okay, whip shot.
Anyways, the 2S.
Yeah, I mean, the 2S whip, but Happy Chaos. Hey, Happy Chaos must have been at Night City. Got that smart gun tech. That bullet tracked. Tap those finds it smart. Yeah. Overhead.
I gotta say, I do love Francis' vibes around Happy Chaos. You get the whole chant for every Deus Ex Machina. It's so fun. It's so fun. Quick draw. Does get the counter hit. Ready? Deus Ex. Here's the chant.
Oh my god, so much damage.
You gotta throw the finger guns in the air for every shot. I need the US to get up on this, okay? We're lacking in terms of crowd energy compared to France.
No concentration on deck, but it's not gonna be a problem. 6P, more than enough. We headbanging over here.
1-all. To get to this next one, though, I mean, the movement was certainly there for Walter, but we'll see if the endurance can keep up throughout the rest of the set. Well, 2P, great interrupter. Lust Shaker at the max range does get a single touch roll. Opens things up against Walter.
I like the burst there, not really giving Jack a chance to reload. One bullet in the chamber, a double bad move. We're gonna see a third there. That one being followed to a combo that we saw.
Oh, jeez. The JH recovered away, and 5P not gonna get the anti-air. You have to commend, though, the fact that Walter is quickly closing the gap. Every neutral interaction gets reset. Walter closing it as fast as we can, respecting the JS possibility there off the YRC.
Walter having a sliver of HP left. Wow, a nice whip finisher with the Jack. 5K. Taking that foot out. No bullets, no problem. Definitely like the confidence of playing neutral, even without the bullets. Maybe this was that confidence we were talking about earlier.
It is some of that Lucius side momentum, though, that is certainly covered in spade for, or into play, excuse me, for Walter right now. Corner set up, stand block it to throw, RC to finish the job.
Nice, a perfect to bring it back nonetheless. Both players almost tied up on the burst gauge. How we use it is going to be very pivotal to determine who's the winner here.
Positive bonus. We're going to get that 50 tension. Make that investment of burst gauge worthwhile. Don't give a corner quite yet. That move does get blocked. Great stand block from Jack.
I like the retreating option there from Walter, trying to call out the air throw. Unfortunately, no punish. Walter gets the burst taken from him. Into that nice little BRC slingshot reset. Taking the Deus Ex Machina. Jack pulling out all the tricks from the hat as we lead 2-1. You're one more game from just closing out this entire tournament tonight.
Getting stun locked by the punishes. There's no escape. Not a one.
You're telling me every time I see a crazy punish or something insane happen, I shake my head. Like, I can't believe that just happened. It's true. It's the round to start air car. Not punishing it the first time, but the second time. Jack, a little closer, able to get that reliable 2S punish. Oh no.
Pulled out the burst. 5K extension here. Jack's been strong on resources in terms of bullets. Stank does not get applied because the Capel bought some extra hang time.
Nice.
Oh, quite the reversal.
IB on the 6H. Oh, there's that confidence you were talking about. So in control of the situation. Going guns blazing. ASX locking, and now we're one from taking the entire thing.
Slow walk back, walk forward. Shatter. Post carry we go. Same side with the close slash. Small delay. Whoa! Oh, thought the air route was going to come through there with the PRC cancel. You see Walter answering back, putting a round on the board. It's a 100-meter on the table there for Jack, though.
Very unfortunate that we died there. Certainly could have made a comeback happen with all that tension. Now we're using our burst pretty offensively early on. Walter looking to climb our way out of this corner by jumping, and Jack is just going to keep throwing you back in there. Gold burst is the option we choose. 6K.
Oh, lift off. Doesn't commit to corner carry. Interesting. Backing off 6 as let the chase begin. Oh, blocked. Good throw. Hold on now, Jack.
Though risky option. We're going to see the mysterious third. No, we're going to see a big counter hit from 6H there. Super spaced out, so we don't get a combo, a full combo, unfortunately.
Draw the line with that 2S. This is a round here for Walter to take it 2-all in the first grand final set.
Oh my goodness, my heart is pounding. That match was ridiculously close as we get here to another Game 5 in top 8 grand finals. Walter on the reset point and Jack on tournament point. Both of these players got to pull out all stops in order to win from here.
Duel 1.
A nerve-wracking if you're Walter. Law on the line on this one. Nice backdash on the bullet. He got caught out by the throw. Gold burst. Going for the anti-jump low.
No? Heavy on the opposite side. Let's get the counter hit. Slam. No burst spent. We're going to hold on to that for next round.
Slap. Duel 2. Let's rock.
Walter up around pretty strong. Let's get Jack's burst. Now we're just running up, jumping in. Not too much concentration that we have to spend here.
Oh, how hard it is. Baits out the 2S. Deus Ex. The hard knockdown. Where I didn't quite catch. Yeah, it was the block animation that popped up there. Alright, plenty of meter. Go ahead. Oh, you know the gunshot.
Sliver of HP over here. Walter then.
Trust me, the chant hits way better like when you're in a crowd and everyone's doing it. Trust me. Oh, Jesus, the hair card.
Nice Artemis, lots of damage. 50% is all we need to close out here, Walter.
Nice. Okay, gunshot to pick up.
Lots of burst built up for Walter here as we have 50 tension. Maybe YRC is the option we choose. No, we're trying to bait out a throw.
So first, good IBs. Jesus, the JH. Burst this way here. Tries to lock the jump arc here with that gunshot. Nice JP. Not quite converting because we're out of concentration. Jack doesn't need it. We take the throw. We're loaded up for the next sequence. The final burst. Will it be reset? Or will it be victory? We got the side swap. This should do, and it will. That's our reset. 3-2 for that first set of grand finals. Walter finishing the job. And now one more set before we all go home.
What an option there. Oh my gosh.
Here's the crazy part, chat. If you are not subscribed, you're going to have to hold on to this ad because we've got 8 minutes until the ad hits.
You gotta pray for one of these two to win.
I'm so sorry. I don't know if you know, but the average time of a first to 3 in Guilty Gear is 10 to 15 minutes. It's gonna be an ad, baby.
Listen, guys, the tech is if your browser lets you pull out a separate video player, use it and put audio on.
Hell, locked in. Throw.
The wingers getting that extra bit of damage. No shot is kills. Even with that extra bit of damage, Happy Chaos just slightly too much health there. Wires sees Walter into the corner. The timing on that. Whoa!
Nice. Oh, but the block out. It's still got the 2P.
Definitely good recognition from Walter, seeing as Jack had no bullets, no way to meaningfully continue our offense without taking a huge risk.
Shatter. A lot of catching up for Jack to do. Quick close slash. There it is, the guard crush off the wild assault. Still Jack finds an opportunity to challenge. Shatter. Enough to get positive bonus to get our 50 touch in the gunshot.
And not even giving Walter a chance to burst. Silver's gonna deal more than enough damage, and now tied up in rounds. Walter has the burst advantage. Use it, maybe continue our offense here, or get out of a situation like this with the round start hair car. We're trying to make it work. Excellent throw on the wall there.
Goes Shatter here. 50% life lead. Down. Hold on now. Side swap if Jack does not open up.
Filling our bullets here. Walter does have burst available, post wall breakers, so we can see an opportunity for a comeback, but I think we baited the burst. Never mind, we went for a throw. Huge counter hit and a huge snatch of the burst from Jack, as Jack does it in retaliation of Walter. Anticipating the burst on the first bullet connecting there. Jack, once again, gets another lead by 1 game, inching our way slowly closer and closer.
All right. One game
Duel
up
1.
here in the reset.
Let's rock.
Shaker, nice approach. Quick opener here with the Artemis wall bounce. Massive damage output here for Walter. JH calls out the stank. Another spin cycle, not enough to get the shatter, but enough to set us up for a kill.
Duel 2.
Let's go down a game and simply lock in for the rest of it. Hold on now. 60 anti-air. Tossed in the corner. Still has resources for burst. Close the gap with gunshot, but no concentration. $40 into the Matrino. Coming from air claws. Still lost, and you got air claws.
Nice, getting the burst from Walter there. So sitting pretty comfortably with a life lead, I would say. We weren't getting comboed right now, but now Jack gonna break the wall with this super and put Walter in such a tricky spot. We do have some tension available. Want to risk it for another YRC or for the super? YRC seems to be the choice.
With the left, right, the quick fall. Walter answers back. A game apiece.
Oh my gosh. Gotta love how that is the first time Walter has pulled out that trick out of their hats so far. What a game to do it, right? To tie it up. Trying to gain back some of that momentum that we lost from losing that first match right there.
Yeah, it's been interesting because we have seen those fast falls kind of pull through. But generally they've been blocked in other sets. This time around, going against Jack, though, it's the first time we've seen it really kind of successfully work. Especially for the reset, though. I have to remember the count for the previous set. Does end up pulling out Clone. Nice 5K interrupt. H does get the tech out. Drift doesn't close the gap though.
Oh no. So unfortunate. Oh, we go for another throw. Doesn't offer a reset. Actually gets the combo. Way up in the sky with just at the ready. Oh, that's needed. Left and right, breaking that wall. Ton of damage. Once again, I feel like Walter is just consistently doing 50% damage on these wall breaking combos.
Sex Machina here. A little life lead. 100. Look at all the resources inside of Walter. Certainly something could happen.
Get a BRC, not plus it up to make ourselves safe, even with the slowdown. Jack has no more concentration. Now it's up to Walter to find her way in, and we get the air trade.
Oh, nice. Chase down, block the tap does. Quick low. No concentration here. Let's see if Jack can get the anti-air attempt one more time. Walter does get that landed. That Artemis, the JH, and Bad Moon round apiece.
Walter is finding so much mileage here with the Artemis. With the Artemis follow-up off of the Mirage. Catching mashes, catching throw attempts, catching whatever, and catching an air throw attempt right there as well with the JP. Not enough tension for a super. Artemis is going to do more than enough damage to leave us in that 50% threshold that we were talking about earlier.
5K. Rare drop here from Jack. JS. Hold on.
Looking pretty neck and neck here. Jack does have some tension. We got a gold burst over here on Walter, so I try to bait out a burst. But Jack is just not biting.
Move all this off the chase. Walter looking to try to close it out. Doesn't chase to the skies for the PRC. No. The compel side swap works for Walter, who takes the lead 2-1 right now in this reset. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. 3-2 was the grand final set. It's 2-1 now. Walter putting in this work, and we'll see potentially tournament point. Or does Jack just lock the heck in?
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Limiting. Good God.
I'm not blocking that mix right now, Walter.
Throw. Nice little backdash to avoid the gunshot. Close / Artemis pick up with the disc set up. Oh, we are on tournament point. Walter not getting the positive bonus is unfortunate, but we take the round win regardless here. We're going to build up that burst in a moment because of our shatter. Coming out the lead in battle of attrition right now. I'm really happy to go.
Wall slumps. They already have burst. All you're gonna get from this is a bunch of red on your health bar. Oh, nice!
Oh no! Backdash! Avoids the YRC, gets the OTG. A perfect round for Jack. Walter with burst. This is an opportunity to try to finish. Some tools in your arsenal for the approach. Gotta be careful. Nice air throw. It's been a while since we've seen one of those from Jack, though.
Definitely seen some attempts, but this is the first time in a good while it's connected. Now, Jack has no concentration available to take out those preempted K normals in order to stop out Wallstrom's approach, but the JS will catch the recovery of the disc, and surely with the wall break damage and the guts crush on the super, it's gonna be more than enough damage. No, God, I am cursing these people. I'm cursing them.
I was gonna say, there's no way that there's a comeback out of this. 2 all in the set. Chat, I hate to break it to you. We got to finish this in 2 minutes. Unless you're subscribed, you're fine. If you're not subscribed to Twitch, you're gonna get duffed.
Chat, find your nearest Twitch primer, get in a VC, keep the stream open.
If you have
get a VC stream going.
If you have Amazon Prime, you get a free Twitch Prime. Use it.
Yep.
Here we go. Final game of the night. Who's got the speed run with a minute? Are you kidding me? The 6-speed whipped entirely.
Catching landing recovery. Didn't get a hit, but we got Walter blocking it now. Walter's in the corner trying to fight his way out. Third overhead with the bad move's gonna find its mark, and now Jack is making his way to the corner.
YRC. Away, that's a hard lock. Roll does open things up against Walter. The tap does get blocked, but we have a bullet in the chamber. Reload, nice JH, but drop the counter hit.
I like the double jump there to maybe avoid a full / anti-air attempt. The Jack, who's gonna shoot their way into a final round potentially over here. Tournament point for Jack.
Pushing with that 6P, not gonna connect. Bad move finally. It's here.
Slash getting huge hit. Look at this damage we're building here. Oh, going into the winger. That's like 60% off your health bar. Gone in an instant. Burst is on the table. Jack does have an out if we so choose to. No, the back throw. The situation has reversed.
Quick little thinkums. Laser beam acquired. The 2D opens up. There's the blur. RC works out this time here for Walter. 5K chase. Immediate burst here. Expensive. Does get the 6P. Trades on 2P. And yet the scramble does come out on top here for Jack. Jack gets connected with that 5K. The super to finish the job. 3-2. Jack takes it over Walter. Quite a reset, quite a turnaround set.